All right. Well, episode 71 is in the books. I want to send a special thanks to Jarett Moskwa, the Michigan show, for coming over on a Friday afternoon on his way home from work to spend some time with me in the studio, rap a little bit about who Jarett is, creativity, self-accountability, consequences, our responsibility as outdoors people, and the future, and where we're going and what we've done and why. And anyway, I just had a great time with him. And that episode is coming up next here at ARO Podcast. So thanks everybody for listening, and we will talk to you all soon. But whatever. It still looks amazing. Let's take a couple of test runs with you. I am going to do that. But I just want to see how it looks.
How close does it need to be?
I would get it within an inch or... You can probably go down more.
Testing. Syphilis. 1 2 1 2. Testing. Looks right. Keep going. 1 2. I do not sing other than in the car.
Old McDonald.
We got some screaming free cherry, lemon, and blueberry. Hey, that's the first time I read that.
I have always wondered what the flavor was.
Blue Blitz. Flavored with other. Why does Blue Blitz get the short straw when Screamin' Freedom they totally list out the flavors? Blue. There is none. It's just
no
Blue
on
Blitz.
Screamin' Freedom.
Oh, that is cherry, lemon, blueberry, flavored with other natural flavors. Neural factor.
I'm sure that's normal. I'm sure that's natural.
Oh yeah, straight from the neural factor tree. Oh, coffee. All right. 200 milligrams of caffeine. Shit.
That's what how many cups of coffee is that? Like 5? It's like 4 or 5. I think it's like 4 or 5 cups of coffee.
I don't know how much is in a cup of coffee.
If I remember correctly,
it's like 50, 60 or something like
40 to 50.
Okay.
I think is a cup of coffee. And I think that's why I have a rash, because I drink too much caffeine during the day. It's not on my crotch either.
Well, that begs the question, where is the rash then?
I clarified.
Where was it?
It's right here.
Oh, I thought, okay. You said that?
No, I didn't say that. I said I have a rash and it's not on my crotch.
Okay.
It's not in my crotch.
Okay.
But I do have a rash, and I do think it is either so I'm starting to narrow things down. I know this is not typically an Angel Road topic, but it is also an Angel
rashes.
Road.
Yeah.
Rashes.
I think anything is a typical Angel Road topic.
So I have narrowed it down. It is either... So initially I thought it was First Form protein powder, because I do have a...
Oh, this is an ongoing...
It's been a little while. I do have a milk sensitivity, a dairy sensitivity. I'm not full-blown allergic, just a sensitivity. So I've stopped taking that, and it persists. So I think it is either the hair, like my shampoo that my wife got for me, which is supposed to be a nice product, or it is an overabundance of caffeinated beverages throughout the day. Mm-hmm. I will drink 8 cups of coffee in the morning, and I will drink an energy drink in the afternoon.
8 mugs or 8 like cups,
so
like 8 ounce.
I fill up 8, like on the, you know how on a coffee maker it has the cups?
Yeah.
I will go to 8.
Okay.
I will drink all of that myself. Nobody else drinks coffee. And then I will have one of those at like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
That's probably too much, huh?
I don't know, because I do 12.
Then we're fine. I'm fine.
I do 12 in the morning. I brew my 12.
Starting at what time?
I brew my 12.
Okay.
But then I'm done with coffee by noon.
Okay.
So I fill up my mug.
So what time does the coffee hit your lips?
So I wake up at 4:45.
Okay.
I get to work at say 6:30.
Okay.
So 6:30 is when I start drinking coffee.
Oh, you don't make it at home.
I make it at home.
But you don't start drinking it until you get to work?
I get up at 4:45, brew the coffee.
Okay.
So it's brewed, and then I take it with me.
The whole thing?
Yes.
12 cups of coffee with
12
you?
cups. I fill up my mug and then the thermos, and off I go.
Okay.
But I read.
I mean, it makes sense. I see it now.
So I file like what's his name? Huberman. What's his first name?
Andrew
Huberman.
He has a laboratory.
Huberman Lab, I think it's called.
Yes. And it's not short for labia.
Lab. Yeah.
I don't think.
It could be. He hasn't specified. But yeah, he said when you wake up, what's the you need to get something out of your system after you wake up before you start.
Lactic acid, cortisol,
something like that. That you need to flush out of your system.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And
that makes you tired. That compound that your body makes you tired. You need to start settling down.
Yes.
So once you wake up and you get all that out before you start introducing
Yes. No, you're
caffeine.
100%
Yeah.
right.
So that's why I don't start drinking until like a couple hours after waking up.
That's fucking impressive because I can't do it. I've tried and I don't like it.
Well, you can do it. You just don't like it.
Correct. I can do it. I don't like it. So if I get up and I have something to do immediately, so I have a problem where I work from home. And that's a luxury and a problem because I have a lot of bad habits because of it. One of them is I don't have anything to do for like an hour after I get up. I don't have to get up and take a shower and go
somewhere.
Anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere. Occasionally I do, very limited. So the first thing I do is I wake up, I go pee, I open the curtains, I start the coffee, and I sit in the peace and quiet for 1 hour, approximately an hour before somebody gets up.
Okay.
And what do? I drink coffee.
All right.
First thing.
Well, all right.
I could replace it with like one of these of water first, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because I think if you drink water first,
What is that in there?
it's a shaker thing. Like this is a shaker bottle, so that's
Oh,
like stainless
okay.
steel balls.
All right.
But yeah, so I you're right. You should not drink coffee until 1 or 2 hours. It's like 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, at least like an hour and a half or something.
I think everybody's doing that wrong.
But he also says you need to like do a cold plunge and then go work out for 45 minutes, whatever. There's only so much
Right.
a normal human can do.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to utilize this moment right now for some quiet, and then I'm going to do my the clapper, and then we're going to start it back up. I got to have somewhere, because it did work. The lining it up did work. I could see that spike.
Okay. Yeah.
This time I'm going to write down how many minutes in it was too, so hopefully that helps.
7:18. No, 7:10.
Yeah, I laughed because I didn't think I was going to be able to pick that out last time, but when I'm editing video, I can definitely see it.
Oh, for sure.
So it's super nice.
Yeah.
So I have in studio, the first in studio guest.
Oh, we're starting.
We've started. We're recording. This is all staying in. I have the first in studio Beefcakes Beat Laboratory studio live guest since I've opened it back up for the 2026 season, Jarett Moskwa.
Howdy.
Did I say it right?
You did?
All right.
Yeah.
How else have you heard people just butcher your last name?
Everyone.
Do they over accentuate the K?
They say Moskwa.
I was gonna say like they add another.
They add another vowel into there.
almost.
Yeah, for sure.
Moskwa. I could see that Moskwa, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Just say it how it's spelled.
right.
You know? But
That's
it's
right.
it's hard for some people.
What does it mean? What is your nationality?
Polish.
Polish, like purely, like mostly Polish.
That's what has been told to us is that we've all came from Poland.
How
But
did you figure out how to get here?
so my kids, they did Polish dance, and we had a guy that I worked with. He was Polish dancing. What do you guys do? Dance back to back? Oh, I love Polish jokes so much. They're great.
I do too.
I like making fun of all nationalities.
Me too. It's simple observations. Like some people.
There's a reason it's funny.
Yes. What do people like? They're like, it's like I'm not trying. They're just their nationality observations. Like it becomes mean if there's something super degrading or demoralizing or like belittling behind it. If it's
Is it really though?
I mean, to them maybe.
Well, who's them? Like, what's belittling and demeaning to like a Polak?
Well,
like, what could you say?
No, I was thinking more black people.
So the sensitive ones.
Oh, so the black people are the sensitive ones.
Like this.
Wow.
That's
wow.
Scratch it. No, the sensitive portion of every nationality.
The weak people, the weak ones.
The weak ones.
The ones that will get eaten by the lions.
The inferior. Oh, that even sounds worse.
Yeah, I know. Just keep digging, buddy.
Oh,
it's okay.
God.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. We can start over if you want.
No?
No, you want to keep it all in there?
You know, we got to stay true to the beat lab.
Look, what is the number? What is the bottom line? Do you wear glasses?
I do not.
What's the bottom thing say under 20 to 26 podcast goals?
Maintain brand identity.
What is my brand identity?
Oh, I have to say it for you?
No, I do, what, like if you had to guess, like what is my brand identity?
You're not held to an identity. You're like open. Like,
so
nothing's off limits.
My wife referred to me as a whimsical skedaddler the other day.
Hence that
I am a whimsical skedaddler. My brain seems like I have ADD sometimes. I have to say weird things when they come to me. Like I bought a shirt that says, got a little frog on it that says, I have to say weird things or I'll die. I have that shirt.
I saw that post. I saw that post.
It's a great shirt. It's true. When the weird things come to mind, if I have something funny, I'm sure I know somebody else that will think something's funny. I don't want to deviate from that.
I deviate from that a ton.
Because of professional reasons?
No.
Oh.
Second guessing.
Oh.
Like, oh, that's stupid. No one's going to like that. And then I scrap it. So it's, I always second, like the ADD thing.
Creatively.
Like I do. Creatively.
You deviate from your ideas creatively.
Yes.
Because of your fear of what others may think?
I want to say no, but probably yes.
I think that's human nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm, whatever. Never good enough.
When you say creatively, what are you referring to? Like, just tell me about the things that you're interested in. Because, I mean, I have an idea, but, like, tell me some of the things you're talking about.
Well, oh, geez. Is this a psychology podcast now?
No. I want to know some of the creative things that you like to do.
No, just like...
Like, I know you like photography.
I do love photography, videography, just seeing things in a certain way that I want to make things interesting that typically don't seem interesting. But like I can, like even when I go hiking in the woods, like scouting, whatever, like I can stop at any moment and be like, oh, that looks really cool. Oh, that looks really cool. And then like if I want to like take a picture or make something about it and then like go to post, I'm like, no one's going to like that. Scrap. And I do that all the time.
I think that's fair. I think I probably do that. I know for a fact I do that.
But you write notes. I need to do that.
I'm good about my notes. So I've had this conversation with Joe Davis on this podcast before. And my stance was there are no bad ideas. There's just bad execution. And in bad execution, it's only that you maybe fell short of delivering the message. And it's not really that you executed poorly. It's just that the message you were trying to convey didn't maybe necessarily land. So I think all ideas are good ideas because they're fun in some way and they could bear fruit.
For sure.
And so I think you should try to do more.
I will. I've been wrestling this year with a lot of things that I want to do differently. But it's almost like working out. Like, I'm tired of being out of shape. I need to do better. But it's actually like doing better. Like the action part is so tough. Like you can think about everything that you want to do and all the good intentions, but until you actually take action, you're just going to be in the same rut.
Did you listen to any podcasts today?
I did.
Feels like if you did, this should be top of mind on why I'm asking you this.
I did. I listened to the Push podcast with Matt Zernzak. It's traditional archery, but he's got a guy on there that he was on today's episode was Cody Greenwood, and it's the Trad Lab.
Okay.
So he does a ton of testing with arrow lengths, weights, veins, how long, how tall.
He's a real lab.
He does a lot of testing on his own.
Okay.
And all for traditional archery. And that's what that was like all about. It was nothing about
bettering yourself.
Well,
the reason I ask is the Deer Hunter podcast that came out today is Kevin discussing his health journey and how to make himself the best Kevin he's been, because he's turning 43 and he's feeling like he's out of shape. And I'm like, dude, this is basically like exactly what you just said.
Okay.
So I wonder if you were listening to it on the way here.
Is it bad that I don't listen to him?
No, it's not bad.
Or any real like deer hunting podcast?
Kurt Geyer just said it to you. He goes, I don't listen to hunting podcasts because I don't want to subconsciously start talking like, acting like, thinking like anybody else. He's like, I want all of my thoughts I know they are original.
Good.
Which is an interesting take on that.
Yeah.
Like I consume it because it's interesting to me. And sometimes I'm inspired in ways where sometimes I'm inspired to do the exact same thing and I'll catch myself. I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do that exact same thing. Try to do it just a little bit differently. And if I can't come up with a different way to do it, I'll just scrap it.
See, I listen to yours because it's almost like it, go back to the ADHD, and it scratches a little part of the brain where it's like, what's coming next? Mm-hmm. So
I like that.
We don't know what's coming next.
I like
so
that.
It always keeps the brain like a little bit locked in. Then it's like, okay, you're going to go up this ridge and you're going to find these scrapes. And it's like the same thing over and over. Right. It's like, I like to hear like the randomness, because you can almost like see other podcasts like where they're leading to, but then there's just wrenches thrown in yours all the time.
Yes.
Like,
I like it.
Yeah.
My brain is like Oakland County Road Commission. Yours always a detour somewhere.
Yep.
And that is a super regional reference that not everybody's going to get. All 10 listeners that live in Oakland County will get that.
Do you get to see where listeners are from?
I haven't in a really long time. I will look at my downloads just to see if it's growing, and it's not. But there is a method to go in, and I think it'll do it by region of state. So I can go to state, and I think it kind of like puts a generic like dot. So like the Grand Rapids side will be over there.
Okay.
And it's not as detailed. Like it doesn't show that Adam and Jake Burgess in Muskegon have listened. It'll just like be a dot over on that side of the state, and then like a dot. And if you've looked at one of these graphs, it's sort of like the when COVID was spreading dot, where it gets bigger with the more listens. So like there'll maybe be a larger dot in Metro Detroit and a larger dot in Grand Rapids, and maybe a teeny weeny dot up in Traverse City. But it doesn't. I don't think I have the ability to like really break it down.
Okay.
Unless people reach out and tell me.
Any out of country?
I haven't looked. I have legitimately no idea. Yeah,
so I know on like YouTube, it's the same way. Like you could see like demographics of like where some watchers are coming from, and it's fun to like look at.
With Hot Butter, we had Russian downloads, which was super weird. Like I don't know why people in Russia were downloading it, unless they were like
it's Putin sitting there just laughing.
See what these boys are talking about.
Yeah, sipping his vodka.
Yeah, I don't know. That was not a very good Russian accent.
It was close.
So let's get back to your creativity. So anyway, but I would like to say my brand identity is to not lose myself in the process. Basically, don't start creating a podcast like everybody else. Just do what I want to do.
I don't think you're capable of doing what everybody else does.
Am.
Yeah?
I do it I have to be like everybody for work. I have to really put on a costume for work, and it's starting to... This was a tough week.
Okay.
The company is not what the company once was. It's super corporate now. We've really there's so many processes and people that have to be pacified all the time that I'm just finding less joy in it.
Sure. We had a guy leave. Today's his last day. He's a carpenter, and he's just like, I'm just tired of all the BS, and it seems like things get dumped onto his plate, and he goes, I just need a change. So off he goes. Tired. And he had like a good spot there.
I know.
And it's amazing what work culture can do to people. So
if the perks did not exist, like if it wasn't Friday at 2:45 and I was recording a podcast in my own home office, or if I wasn't able to go scouting Monday afternoon after my meeting, like
if those things didn't exist, I don't know if I could put up with it.
Sure.
The money's great, but I could make the same money somewhere else.
That's why I could have bet that you would have been like, sure, come early. That's why I came early.
Yeah.
I was like, well, he works from home. I know.
Yeah. Did you come in the car? Because that's disgusting.
No, gross.
Out the window?
No.
Could you imagine?
I do that at home.
Cruise control out the window, just hanging that thing out the window.
I'm sure it's been done.
Yeah. There's a lot of videos on the internet of people
What?
intercourse, like while like someone records someone in a car next to them, or he's getting roadhead or something. Like I've seen videos like that. Not like somebody rubbing one out. I know those have to exist.
Oh.
Happy Good Friday, everybody.
Happy Good Friday. See, this is another thing.
Yeah.
Part of like things that I want to change. I want to be a better human because I can share something about God, and then the next thing I could send you a reel about buttholes.
Well,
it's like, I shouldn't have done that.
Exactly how he made you? Couldn't the argument be made that that is exactly how you were made for a reason?
No.
No.
I would have to push back on that.
You don't have to.
I would have to, because he, if you believe in he, is good. I'm sure, like, our
You don't think he has a sense of humor?
He has a sense of humor, but I don't know if it's
filthy.
This could go down a rabbit hole.
We don't have to go down the religious rabbit hole. Somehow, I made a joke about getting a hand job on the way over, and then I said, "Happy Good Friday, everybody."
Yeah,
so we can skip the religious.
No, hey, maintain brand identity
but
here.
I'm not going to beat you to death with it. I'm not going to drag you into the mud with me.
Well, I have my own views,
Sure.
just like you have yours.
Yes, and they're not the same.
They are not the same. And I'm good with that.
Sure, I am too.
Like, this is why I could be friends with you.
Correct.
You could be friends with me, because we're good with, like, hey, you believe this, you believe that, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
and you're not trying to convert me. You're not pushing. You didn't bring any pamphlets with you.
no.
You didn't hand me a pamphlet when you showed up.
All right, I guess I won't bring
You got
those
a
out.
dinosaur on the top of your car. Like, dude, we're good. Everything's good. So, creatively, Jarett Moskwa,
Yes.
in 2026 has what goals creatively?
I don't have any creative goals.
None. Okay.
Well, I guess, all right. I was, when I like started the YouTube, it was like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, typical YouTube thing, whatever. Film hunts, put it out there. People go ooh and ah.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. But then it's like, you know what? This is kind of, it's like one of the brand identity things. It's like, that's not who I am. So, you know, I kind of like took the foot off the gas for a little bit, putting videos out. Mm-hmm. And then like this year, I'm like, I need to start making videos for me so I can go back to learn from, so I can grow. So it's not like putting it out there for anybody else, because if you put something out there that somebody else wants, you're doing it for them instead of for you. So like, however you do your podcast, don't do it for anybody else. You're trying to make somebody else happy. You're going to get burnt out really quick. Mm-hmm. So you got to do it like what keeps you interesting, how you want to do it, your way, your style, everything. So I want to do more of like a documentary for me. Like, I don't care about growing whatever, because I have a retirement. I'm going to be fine. Mm-hmm. So I'm just doing this for my own enjoyment now.
Sure.
So, and I want to start documenting like how, like my season, like how it starts after hunting season. There's hunting season, and then there's preparing for hunting season. So I'm in the preparing for hunting season stage. So how many miles I put in so far, I'm taking the camera out, I'm recording, but I'm not sitting there worrying, okay, I need to film this for an intro. I need to do this for, get a spike in something interesting, and then film an outro, whatever. Right. I'm just filming. And if I could put something together, so be it. If there's important things that I need to remember that I could put into a video for me going forward, like, oh yeah, I was scouting in this area. Let me go back and like, there was something here that I need to remember, whatever. Mm-hmm. So more of like a documentary on how the year goes
Is that something you struggled with previously? Was recording season long, like all year?
Yeah.
Would you just typically wait till hunting season to start?
No, I would record all year, but it's just like trying to find stuff to put together just to throw out an episode or whatever. So if I don't get an episode out, so be it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. What do you use? What do you take with you a field to record with? Like what are your what's your equipment?
I have a Fuji X-T4. It's a mirrorless camera, just like any Sony or Canon. It's an APS-C sensor, not a full frame. I wanted something that not high end, because I know how I am with my stuff. You see what I drive. Dude, what was it, 2 years ago, I totally fell in a marsh. That camera fell into a mud pile, and when I pulled it out, it did like a suction, like
The one that you're using today?
today. But it's waterproof, so it's got rubber gaskets and everything in there. So I got to my parents' house after, because I had my son with me, and I went into the sink, washed it off, and it's still working today.
Dude, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
You know how many things out there today could not say the same thing?
Yes, most.
Yeah.
Most. Yeah, they don't make things like they used to.
Yeah. But
So.
does that ever feel cumbersome to you to take a camera like that afield every time?
Yes.
Or yeah.
But it's repetition.
Yeah.
You-
How do you
Lots
wear it? You would just wear it around your neck? Like, I'm curious because I don't. So I look at what you're doing as setting the groundwork to telling us a full story. And I don't ever have the groundwork. I don't set the foundation for my stories. I'll start recording in hunting season, and then all you have is me in the tree. And sometimes you have some deer in front of me in the tree. And sometimes you have a kill shot. Sometimes you don't have a kill shot. And then I'm like, I have none of the shit that I did in the beginning to really tell a story. Like, I have my Illinois kill shot on camera from last year. I have my Michigan kill shot on camera from last year. That's the first time ever I've ever done that.
Okay.
I have nothing else.
Did you upload that?
No.
Okay. So I was
No,
like, I haven't
just
seen
have
that.
it. No, I just have it. And it's like, what do I do? Do I go through the effort of trying to recreate fake like before? No. It's not
No,
worth it
you
to
can't
me.
do
so
that.
I tell myself this year I will start recording some of those candid moments, like where Adam and I were in Illinois, and we were getting ready in the morning. Like that to me is pouring the foundation for the story that I'm going to tell later. Like, do you look at it that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I go overboard on recording. I'd have something going like all the time because you don't know like what you might be able to pull out. Yes. And
I'm so bad about that.
yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. But what was I saying?
So I have that Insta360. Ideally,
That's the
I would-
X3, X4?
It is an X3. Ideally, I would bring that with me all the time. I would still forget it in the truck. Like, I would bring it fully charged, and I would put it in the truck, and I would get out, and I would be like, I don't have enough time. I would run out in the woods, and I would not even fucking bring that with me. I do it all the time. I gotta like leave it in my backpack or something.
Oh, so yeah, that's what you said is like, how do I wear it around my neck or what? No, I throw it right in my backpack. Like this thing.
That's where it lives.
Yes. Not even a lens cover.
Yeah.
Microphone, everything. I just throw it in there.
So you have a supplemental mic as well.
I do.
Okay.
It's a Rode, non-powered, so it's a cheap one. I think of what, $80 or something like that. But yeah, it gets rained on. I am surprised this camera's still working. Actually,
I mean, that says a lot.
Yeah.
It says a lot about that camera.
So I'd get another if this one ever fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So film everything is just trying to, like, I don't think anything's interesting enough or worthwhile to watch. So I scrap a lot of footage, but now I'm trying to transition over to put out something that I can go back and learn from instead of making something for somebody else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I have my son, dude, I'll put out a video with him and I, because I love hanging out with that kid.
Of course, I can tell that. And
Yeah.
so what is your channel for people that want to follow along?
The Michigan Show.
The Michigan Show. And it's that everywhere?
Yes. It's YouTube and Instagram. I have a Facebook page, but I don't ever really use that.
Yeah. I don't know if I even know. I only like I have your phone number, but we were talking for the last 48 hours on Instagram, which is so fucking dumb. But we were.
It is what it is now, man.
I almost jumped off of it, but I was like, whatever. He's talking to me on here, so it's okay.
There was a couple of times I almost texted you, and I was like, whatever.
You're always welcome to.
Yeah.
But so
I don't know. I mentioned something about Weston A. Price from the podcast with your wife, and you never responded.
Real on Instagram?
No, texted you.
Oh, I was gonna say we were just talking about that too, because we said something about you were talking to me about editing videos recently.
Oh, that was about lining up the audio with multiple cameras.
What am I using? Yeah, and I said
Premiere Pro.
Premiere Pro. So anyway, you spend a lot of time with your son in the woods, or at least it appears that way.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm divorced, so I usually get him on the weekends.
Okay.
And it's different when, like, if you only had to spend a short time with someone every week, you make the most of it versus if you're with them all the time. So when I get him on the weekends, I try to fill it in with as much stuff, whether it's predator hunting, small game hunting, deer hunting, scouting, fishing. He loves fishing, which I don't get. Fishing is so boring, but he loves it.
I just said that the other day too.
I got a good buddy in Ohio, and he loves fishing. I'm like, you're a little retarded. Anybody who can I say that? Oh yeah, brand identity.
Yeah, it's 2026.
It's 2026. Gay.
You can use N words all the way. You can use the F word with a hard T on the end. You can use them all.
Okay,
we're good. We're 100%.
All right, cool.
Space.
Yes,
you won't use them, but you could if you wanted to.
Okay, will you bleep it out?
Nope. Yes,
it's gay and retarded.
If you really need me to, I will go back in there and beep it out.
I mean, how much do you? Unless you have like a boat and you're going for like king salmon, where you can. I mean, how many panfish are you going to catch to be able to get enough meat that one deer can feed you?
Dude, when I was a kid, my dad had a decent sized boat, and he had all the outriggers and everything for trolling. And we would go and we would catch a lot of walleye, but I didn't enjoy it. And I don't enjoy trolling today. If I'm going to fish, I have to be active fishing. I have to be bass fishing. Like I have to go to a lake where I cast.
Or fly fishing.
I've never fly fished. It would have to be something like that. I cannot just sit on my boat and wait.
Yeah.
Like that. It pains me. I've done it.
Well, oddly enough, I do kind of enjoy catfishing. I see that more.
Noodling or catfishing?
I tried noodling once in the Black River, and I'll give up my man card. It did scare me a little bit.
Where is the Black River?
In Port Huron.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
And there's catfish large enough there to noodle?
There's big catfish in the Black River. That. Yes. But I don't know how Hannah Barron does it.
Dude, no.
Whatever.
Catfish are bigger than her.
I mean, what about snapping turtles? Like,
alligators, for God's sake. They're down there.
Yeah, for sure.
Black, those snakes, the water moccasins.
Yeah.
No thanks.
No, thank you. Like, there's a little bit of self-preservation that has to go on with that. Yeah. So I tried it once, and I was like, no, not for me. I'll do it with a hook. But yeah, I'm more of a night owl. I like being up at night.
Okay.
My son, he loves catfishing, so it's almost like deer hunting because you get to sit and wait, and like the catfish, they'll play with your bait, so you get to feel. It's almost like an interaction there. It's not like they'll come through like a panfish on a hook and like bite it, and you get the bobber or whatever. Yeah. So, or trolling or something like that. It's more. That's more of like an interaction with the fish you're trying to go after.
And when you say night, like you do this at night?
Catfishing, yeah.
I didn't know that. I used to catch catfish during the day. I'm thinking little catfish, like in a lake or whatever. We would catch catfish, little catfish, but it was during the day.
Yeah,
I mean, people did it at night.
They can fish. They're active like all day, but mostly at night they do a lot of hunting.
I'll be darned.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Nice.
Has he always been interested in the outdoors?
Yes, always. Because even when we were still married in the house, we had a pond. And dude, in the summer, he would go out there for hours, come back and just his shorts, like sweaty and nasty. And he'll sit down. He's just out of breath, like 4 or 5 years old. 5 minutes, and then boom, he jumps up, goes outdoors, and does it all again. It's like, I just got videos of this kid. He is nonstop outdoors, and he loves it.
How old is he?
He's 13 now.
13.
Yeah.
How did you do it? Because I can't get my kid excited about being outside.
So I have 4 kids, and they've all been hunting with me, and only one has like stuck with it.
Oh,
Yes. So the others, my oldest daughter, she was thinking about getting back into it just for the meat because she's like doing the more healthy way of eating.
yeah.
You know, she's got celiac, so
Okay.
she's got to watch what she eats, and so she's thinking about going that route, like her and her boyfriend going hunting again. And
Sweet.
I'm like, I could show you.
Are they local to you? Like, are they local to Michigan?
Yeah,
Okay.
they are. They're in Warren.
Okay.
So they're
That's not
about
bad.
about 45 minutes south of me. So,
Okay. Nice.
but it's a little bit tough. She's got a daughter, so I'm a grandpa.
I was gonna say I forgot you were a grandpa.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure I told you that when you told me that you had a
Yeah.
baby, but
No, it's good. It's fun. I don't get to see her much. Just, life, busy adults. But
sure. How old is she?
she's 1.
No. Your oldest daughter.
21. 22. She'll be 22 next month. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's rapidly approaching. For me as well. Like my oldest daughter is going to be 16 this year, so it's coming quickly where they're totally independent. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. It is. How old is she?
She'll be
16?
Yeah,
And she's driving
soon.
soon.
She's going to take driver's ed this summer.
The first one was scary. But then the subsequent ones get easier. Once that the fear part of, okay, they're not going to die
Right.
kind of wears off.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Oh, but to answer your question, I treated all 4 the same. So I would take them out hunting. Did a lot of public land again. And when they got too cold or too bored or too tired, not enough action, whatever, and they want to leave, let's go. I don't care if we're out there for like a half hour. We drive an hour and they're only out there for a half hour. Dad, can I go home? Sure, let's go home. They've all shot deer. So they had the full experience. They've got some. They've not seen any. The whole experience. And then, but Adam, he's the one that he's stuck with it. He can't get enough. So
That's cool, man.
So I don't know. There is no secret. It is what it is. We all have stuff that interests us.
And he's into sports too. Like he does other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football, baseball, wrestling. He's even got his YouTube channel going where he's riding his dirt bike and doing wheelies and everything. Dude, I love it.
That's really cool. I can't let my son listen to that. I told him he cannot start his own YouTube channel.
Yeah. I know.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying he just asked us, and I was like, "No, man, we're not doing that yet."
The world is a scary place.
It's crazy.
There's some weird evil out there, and you're doing a good job by not letting them do that.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
No.
So what is like when you think back to being a kid, Adam's age or younger even, or even, the ages where you introduced your kids to hunting or the outdoors as a whole, does that mirror what your childhood was like? Did you try to replicate that, or was it totally different?
It was different because I did not get to go hunting a lot. I think my dad, he got into hunting just because his father-in-law hunted. So
Father-in-law.
Yes.
Okay.
So my
Score points.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, something like that.
There you go.
So my grandpa had property up in Alger, and so then they would go up, but it's like a gun season type thing. Like he wouldn't go up for bow or a later season, like the late archery season, he'd just go out for gun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like I don't know if he's definitely not like a hunter like I am or Adam. So he would go up for the camp, the camaraderie,
Sure.
gun season, shoot a buck, go home, like how a lot of people are. And
Even today.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. You see that everywhere. But
Indeed.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I was like the youngest and I got to see like my dad and then my brother go. I got 2 older brothers. And then next year, my dad and my other brother go and I couldn't go. I don't know if it was like because I couldn't go that yearning to go hunting was like, the pressure was so built up that I could not wait for my turn. And then being able to see deer and like
When was your turn?
94?
So you were
12?
So you were 12.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that is, if I were to think back to all of the ages that that I've talked to said they started, I would say average is 12.
Yeah,
12
that
and a
was
half.
the legal age to go hunting. We didn't have the apprentice and youth mentored hunt and
But
all
he
that.
wasn't like dragging you along prior to. But
No.
That was like you couldn't go until you were old enough to go.
I've heard stories, like I don't remember going up when I was like younger. I think like once or twice, but because I remember my dad telling stories like, because I can sleep anywhere, literally anywhere.
It's a gift. I also could sleep anywhere.
Yes, it's an amazing gift and I love it. But like as soon as we go out into the woods, like they would have to take turns, who's going to take Jarett out hunting because he's going to fall asleep and start snoring. So who's going to take Jarett because they're not going to
the snorer.
Exactly. Whoever took Jarett, they knew they weren't going to see anything.
Literally drawing straws.
Yes. So I might have some like suppressed memories because of that. I don't know.
Maybe this is going to be a therapy session.
It could be.
Oh,
Like
look
we got
at
a
that.
couch. I
We
could just
do have
lay
a couch.
down.
There's no skeet on that. It also hasn't been vacuumed yet, so I wouldn't lay on that. That's the one thing I haven't done is vacuum that.
It's like hunt camp.
Dude, that's a $9,000 couch. I didn't pay $9,000 for that. That is a Ralph Lauren polo couch that was given to me, and it doesn't go in my house. It's too big. It's been out here. Every now and then a chipmunk will live under that. What am I supposed to do with that thing?
Auction it. Use $9,000 and upgrade some camera equipment.
What's wrong with my camera equipment?
No, there's nothing. You were just talking about someone else and their amazing cameras.
I indeed was trying to find someone to sell me one on Facebook at a steeply discounted rate. You are correct.
Can I
That's
crack this
true.
open outside of the microphone?
No, that doesn't matter.
Bush.
What does Andy always say? Not an advertisement?
This is not an advertisement.
Yeah. Blue Blitz.
But I could not do this podcast without a wonderful First Form Energy Blue Blitz.
Yeah, Blue Blitz.
Yeah.
So I love the Blue Blitz, but just randomly. So like if I'm traveling, I'll get a Blue Blitz because it's just one.
Is that raspberry?
I think so. Like that mysterious blue raspberry flavor.
I don't drink this stuff.
Ever?
Rarely.
Oh. Or just First Form stuff.
Any energy drinks. Like I'm done with coffee, caffeine by noon.
Yeah.
Like I said, and then afterwards, my sleep's going to be so messed up tonight. I think I might go predator hunting.
Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. I mean, like, let her rip.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Screamin' Freedom, I buy cases of that from Amazon.
Cases?
Yes. And I'll have one a day. Usually one a day. Sometimes I don't have one. But if I'm traveling, a nice change of pace is a Blue Blitz.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Very nice.
I just can't do a Blue Blitz a day.
Yeah.
Does not keep the doctor away.
All right. Nope.
No.
It's all right. I don't know. I think they're just too sweet for me.
They're pretty sweet. So we were talking. This is not going to devolve into a therapy session. Yes, there's a skeet couch over there, a casting couch. Someone
What do you
did
mean a
say
casting couch?
It looks very casty over there. You know what I mean?
I don't know. What do you mean?
So, a casting couch is a scenario where a guy sets up a video camera, much like the ones that we have here in front of us today.
For interviews?
And he invites young ladies over for an interview on the couch. And then he asks them how they, that kind of, it devolves into sexual intercourse.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not like a receptionist role.
No, I don't think so. She's catching something. She's answering something. He's casting ropes, if you know what I'm saying. Someone did say it looks very casty, and it's not a casting couch.
It can't. It could be.
Could be. So, Jarett snores. Young Jarett is a snorer.
Mm-hmm.
Young Jarett would go out with his dad to the deer camp woods.
Yep.
Like, how many dudes would come to deer camp?
Oh.
Was it all family? Was it family and friends? Was it a little bit of both?
My dad, my grandpa, my uncle.
Okay.
And then my uncle's friends. So we had a few. The two that I remember, Pat and Randy.
Always an Uncle Randy.
Always.
I have an Uncle Randy.
Well, he was my uncle's friend.
Oh.
Jerry was my uncle. But what I remember about Pat, they called him Too Tall. Because I think he was like 6'8" or something. Yeah.
Well, they can't call him Dick Too Big. No, you just can't. Can I get a reservation for Dick Too Big? No, it's Too Tall.
Well, you can now, 2026.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have much memory hunting up there.
Do you remember what kind of property it was?
Yeah,
I don't know anything about Alger. I know the name. I've seen it on a map. I don't know anything about it.
Any typical going up north hunting scenario. Like you just got big oaks and maples and ferns.
Occasional marshiness. No marshy?
Not
no
at this.
lowlands?
No, not at this place.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So where I would go up north was like it was near some marsh, and we would find ourselves in some of that.
What city?
It was Grayling, kind of St. Helen, kind of by the Ausable. It was by a place called Connors Marsh.
Okay. It's sort of like that, but if you go into like the woods part of that, not so much the marsh areas, that's what it's like. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a lot of terrain features to read or anything.
No, it's very flat.
Very minor topographical changes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing that you could be like, oh, I need to sit here.
Did you learn a lot?
Absolutely not.
Okay. What was the culture like?
Go up there. You hunt the morning for an hour or so, come back, eat, nap, drink, and then go back out for the evening.
Smoking darts? Did anybody smoke back then?
They all smoked back then. My grandpa died when I was young, so then it was my uncle's property. He bought it off my grandma. And then, yeah, that's what I remember, hunt camp. It was just like, I don't know. Like, even when I was a kid up there, like, because we would go up there for, like, family vacation during the summer.
To the same place?
Same place.
Okay.
And I would just, like, all right, I'm leaving. And I'd just go walk the woods. And it was amazing just being out there. And, like, I don't know. I didn't understand, like, why are we not hunting now? My uncle got mad at me one time because I was out there all day long. And I get back at night, and he was like, where the hell were you? I'm like, I'm hunting. It's like, were we all back by 10 a.m.? They thought I was, like, lost or something. This is before cell phones and stuff or whatever. Like, I'm hunting. Like, what? It's hunting season. I don't know where that drive came from.
Your current drive.
Yes.
Well, like,
back then.
It kept with you, is what you're saying.
For sure, yeah. I don't know how certain people are wired.
Was it just curiosity, do you think? Like, are you a curious person?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, very.
About lots of things? Like, I feel like you are, and this is not an insult, cerebral. Like, you're very thoughtful in how you approach things that you say, things that you do. You're a craftsman. Right? Like you build things with your paws.
Yes.
I think there is some thoughtfulness that comes with that type of person. So I would imagine that your curiosity was like, well, why are we all going back? Like what's over there? Like
I think that is a wonderful character trait.
Well, I knew like coming back to the trailer after the morning hunt was just nothing. Like
Nothing for you anyway.
yeah, nothing for me. But
Yeah.
I mean, they had fun doing whatever they were doing.
Mhm.
But it's like there's been plenty of times where I was out there. It's like, okay, it's time to go back and oh, but here comes a deer. It's like you don't know when a deer is going to come out. So why leave when you don't know what's going to happen next? Just stay out there.
And it was always gun season, right?
I went up for bow.
Oh, you did eventually?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was, oh, God, I remember the first shot at a deer. Dude, this fawn was huge. All like maybe 70 pounds.
Bro, you and Adam should talk about your big, gigantic fawns one day.
This thing was huge.
Not your son, Adam, my brother. Adam.
Yeah, yes. There's a lot of Adams. We talked about that before. There's a lot of Adams we know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was sitting on the ground. Like, Uncle walks out there, sit there. I'm like, okay. I put sugar beets over
With
there.
your bow?
With the bow.
Okay.
And this fawn
Bold
came
move
in.
at such a young age.
Bold move. Well, this fawn came out, and it was staring at me, eating sugar beets. And I'm just shaking. I couldn't draw back my bow. The adrenaline was so... Whatever the adrenaline was doing, heart was pounding out of my chest. I'm like, this is actually happening right now. I'm like, it doesn't see me. It's just staring right at me.
Yeah.
But it took a few times, but I finally drew my bow back. I'm like, oh, you're mine. Wasn't even looking at the sights. I'm like drawing back, like just staring at this. Oh, I tendering that sugar beet. And that fawn like walked off.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I thought I hit it. 12, 13.
Okay,
13?
so it's just like your next year hunting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long had you been shooting a bow?
Ever since.
No, like prior to that.
Oh, I practiced in the summer.
So you would shoot in the summer? And,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like you were given a bow and be like, you picked it up, you know.
No, there's a few days during the
September
summer I
28th.
practiced. No, it's definitely not like now. But yeah. Well,
Okay.
It's one of those things. I never saw my dad practice.
Sure.
I never saw my uncles practice. It's like nobody practiced. You just went up there and hunted. It just...
So you were brought up in what I would consider
Typical.
People will argue this. Typical. Michigan deer camp culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not judging. I'm just observing. I too was brought up into hunting where there was no practice really.
So the buck's on the left.
Yes.
The second one from the left
Uh-huh.
was probably like the biggest buck that was ever taken off that property. There was no passing anything. If it's brown, it's down. You shoot it. Don't matter what it was. We have come a long way,
We have come a long way.
and for the better.
I think so.
I think so too.
What happened to you? Like, obviously, we're gonna jump way forward here, but like, it's not how you look at things now.
Not look at things.
You don't look at things like brown is down now.
No.
You are a meat hunter, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So you also are not like only shooting big. You're like, I can't shoot anything less than a 160. Like, that's not you either.
That's not me.
So
no.
But you also have the mentality of there's a right and a wrong. There is a right and a wrong way scientifically to balance the herd.
Yes.
Okay. But you'll also shoot a deer to fill your freezer.
Yes.
And you don't care what it is, right?
Kind of.
Okay. Explain.
If I am going to
And
shoot...
this is not judgmental. I'm just saying, like, you're
No.
opportunistic.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if there's a sliding scale that it seems like people go through
Mm-hmm.
of what they want to target versus what they will shoot.
100%.
And it changes even throughout the season. Like if you're, I'm only going to shoot this age or this score buck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some bad opportunities.
Sure.
You mess it up or something as the season progresses, and you just have that itch to take something.
Mm-hmm.
Like that scale might drop down a little bit.
100%.
It happens.
Guilty
like,
as charged.
Yes. And there's times where I'm like, oh boy, that spike is asking for it, especially when they bed down within shooting range.
Yeah.
But if I am going for something just for meat, I'll absolutely take a doe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like these bucks. Yeah. I've passed on those in the past few years just because I like passing on the bucks, unless something giant comes out, you know?
Jaw horned up.
Yes.
Sure.
But I don't know. It's so difficult because it's like a scenario type thing. Like I don't have my mind made up. Okay, this is all that I'm shooting. Like
I think
I'm going to pass on all this. Especially going like traditional archery, like, okay, the scale just slid way back down again.
Yeah.
Now let's start building it back up. And there's a part of me that's like, you know what? I just need to get reps in shooting animals, and I don't care if it's a spike or something. I still won't, but it's like, ugh, I want to.
Sure.
And it's like an internal battle with me because I know that's not challenging me.
So I have this dilemma where I pay money for tags, and I make a conscious decision to put venison in the freezer without buying ground beef to feed the family.
Yes.
That's I'm taking time away from them to go do that. And so I sometimes find myself with these young, naive deer all up in my business. Okay. And I choose to pass them because that's where I'm at. And then I get to December and I can't get anything in front of me. And it's now December and I've got 30 or 40 sits under my belt and I've got tags in my pocket and the freezer's not full. And I look back and I go, should I have shot those deer? Because now I haven't fulfilled my familial obligation of putting meat in the freezer. Now, from a...
Can I interject?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. So the way I see it, we have to shoot deer. Just to keep the population.
Oh my God, there'd be so many fucking deer.
I know. If everybody like only took the largest of the largest does and the largest of the largest bucks, we would have way too many. We have to. What is the hog? What do they say in like Texas? Like you have to shoot 70% of the hogs just to maintain their population.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I believe that because they reproduce.
Yes, they reproduce so often. Yeah, so it's like we have to shoot deer just to limit their numbers every single year.
Yeah.
It don't matter what size deer, you still have to shoot them.
Right.
Like to an extent, it doesn't matter the size. I mean, I don't know the science behind, like, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Like, is there there's, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It's okay. Think about it. Because I have wondered, we have no shortage of 1-year-old bucks or 2-year-old bucks on our properties. We have no shortage of them.
Yes.
I could tag out on 2-year-old deer every single year. But my problem is I'll shoot a doe on opening night and I'll be like, okay, now I'm going to wait a little bit. And that's my mistake.
Okay.
Because I wait.
Yeah.
And I don't shoot the next doe or the next doe or the next doe because I'm waiting strategically because now we're later October. And I've got this plan in my head when realistically I could fulfill my obligation as a father and a provider by putting meat in my freezer.
Yeah.
But I battle because it's like, yeah, but that's a 2-year-old. I don't want to shoot a 2-year-old.
Why not?
I don't know.
I know.
I had a great time shooting those 2-year-olds.
Is it the culture? Is because you see everywhere people shooting booners on YouTube?
And frankly, those are farm country 2-year-olds. They were plenty big.
Yeah.
But I also know that a farm country 4-year-old is way bigger. And so I'm thinking like, I know that there's lots of 4-year-olds. Maybe I'll get a crack at one. And then by the end of the season, I'm only seeing 2-year-olds. The 4-year-olds have gone to where the food sources are, not on my farm anymore. And I'm mad at myself.
Yeah. A bird in a hand.
That's my battle.
Is worth 2 in the bush.
Preach it.
I mean, Okay, so I'm thinking about like what I said, like about like fawns can reproduce once they get to a certain weight for them to be able to carry, but you don't want to go shooting fawns.
Correct.
Older doe, even like a 1.5-year-old doe, reproduce, can have twins.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, why not shoot? I mean, I'll shoot a 1.5-year-old doe. I don't see a problem with that.
The only deer I really don't want to shoot is if I know for sure it was a fawn. That spots have just left.
Yeah.
Like if it's for sure a fawn, those are the only ones I really don't feel like shooting because I'm like they haven't had a chance to do anything yet.
For sure.
1.5-year-old doe, no problem.
Yeah.
All day long.
But even shooting a fawn, it's still a great value for $20 to get the meat off of it.
Well, not only that,
it's
what does it do? I cannot quote word for word, but I believe that if you shoot the young does and include it, and even the young fawns, that it's better on the browse for the other deer. Is that not accurate? Because they require so much browse and protein.
the younger ones.
The younger
to grow.
To grow.
Okay.
Then it does. And so they basically decimate the browse,
Mm-hmm.
which in turn forces the other deer off of that landscape
To go search
to go
for more.
find it
Yeah.
somewhere else. So if you have a healthy age structure on your land, which means not a shitload of fawns and 1-year-olds, you have a couple fawns, some 1-year-olds, some 2-year-olds, some 3-year-olds. If you have a balanced herd, which if nobody's shooting the young deer, how's that ever going to happen? So somebody's got to shoot the fawns, right?
I don't know. Because every year you're going to have fawns.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's something you need to target. I mean, is that for the newer hunters? Just take something. Like, get that whole
I know
experience.
the coyotes are doing it because I keep finding them dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand that whole 2 years with that denning season ban.
So somehow we got spiraled here. So I'm going to try to remember where I was with this.
I do know they say like younger does,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to have doe fawns. Older does tend to have the younger does tend to have buck fawns.
Interesting.
The older does tend to have doe fawns.
I've never heard that.
I have, and that was.
That's really interesting.
Are you on the Let 'Em Go, Let 'Em Grow page? Facebook page?
Yeah, but I can't keep up with all that.
I know, but like back when there was a huge push for APRs that the NRC kind of had no desire to pass, but there was a big push for it, and like there's so much information out there that like here's this graph, here's that graph. I can't keep it all straight, but that's one of the things that I remember reading before is when you get to like 4-5-year-old does, they tend to have doe fawns.
Have you ever heard the philosophy that the temperature at which you keep the zygote changes, affects the sex of the whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if you knock up a woman,
Okay.
for example, and she stays
Human woman,
yeah, she stays really warm, like you're more likely to have a female. Or and so where I'm going with this is the larger the doe, the warmer the uterus. I mean, right? Like there's more body mass there to keep the uterus warmer.
I don't know, because we're at our kids, their body temperature less than adults.
There's less body mass for a younger doe to keep that uterus warm, meaning a colder uterus, male offspring.
Where'd you hear this?
I'm making it up. I'm asking.
You're asking if
what
I
are your
heard.
thoughts? Yeah. Oh, like,
where did you hear it?
I have heard. It's probably just a wives' tale. Like if you keep a woman really warm after pregnancy, she has a girl. If she stays cold, she has a boy. Like maybe that's just joking around. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never heard that before.
You've never heard anything like that?
No.
I think there's a temperature thing there.
Because
Like
our body temperatures, it has to be a certain.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have to stay the same?
98.6?
Something like that.
Yeah. Someone fact check me on it. Do we have a producer here that can fact check me on this?
Hey, Jamie, would you?
Yeah. Here we have Jaime.
Jaime.
I can't afford Jamie. It's Jaime.
Who's
Jaime's
Jaime?
an immigrant. He's my.
He's here,
Jamie
though.
in Spanish.
He's like the guy from what was it, David Letterman, that Mexican that.
Oh yeah, what was that dude's name? I know who you're talking about. He had a little mustache.
Yeah, little mustache. He always had like
Chubby
a
fella.
sport coat on.
Yeah,
suit coat.
chubby fella.
Sport coat. Suit coat.
So,
Oh my god,
man, we derailed. I would like to know.
this is a hunting podcast, right?
No, this is a human being podcast. I just talked to a lot of hunters. How did you get from gun season, typical Michigan culture hunt camp, to a person who is outwardly a proponent for how we affect change in Michigan wildlife resources? Like how did you get from A to B? Like what happened? Who did you talk to? What were you exposed to? Was it personal experiences? Did you go to classes? Did you meet people?
It was around the APR push that
like 4 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago,
longer
or like
than
the
that.
first one, not like the DMI.
No.
Okay.
A decade ago? Like what was that?
Before I wasn't even living here.
Yeah, this God, everybody says like COVID messed up your timeline of like how far things have been. Like they're much further in the past than what we realize they are.
I was not here, but I would be willing to bet it was 2013 or 2014.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was following along on the pages, and that was like very emotional, like heated arguments. And it's like you could see, and you're just trying to pick out like little bits of information here, and then they're like you're trying to drink from a fire hose because there's so much information out there, and like, but then you have people contradicting other information. So like, what's right, what's true,
Sure.
And I never was involved with it.
Like you didn't interact. You were just kind of consuming.
Yes, more consuming. And it was like really hard to get involved just because, married, house, work, 4 kids, sports, everything. So it's like I didn't. Now I have a lot more free time, and it's almost like fed up with myself, like sitting idle and like letting things happen. I'm like, well, I see this push for like $1 rule, and I'm like, I need to be involved. I need to be 100 times more involved than what I am now. I'm like, I barely do nothing. Like I send emails and whatever, and share things, converse with people. And
You've been to a meeting, at least one meeting. I saw you there.
yeah, I'll be next week's. That's you're gonna be there, right?
I'm gonna be there.
Cool. Yeah, are you going to the meetup beforehand?
No,
Dude, why not?
I just can't. I gotta draw the line somewhere.
Come on.
I can't.
What?
I just can't do it. I got too much going on.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Be that way.
So Monday I'm going to Cincinnati. Tuesday there's hockey in the evening, and Wednesday I'm going to the meeting.
Fine.
I just can't.
Be the change you want to see, Brett.
I'm gonna be at the meeting.
I'm just giving you a hard time. No, so I need to get more involved. I will be more involved. I'll be going to more of these, and so going from there, we see hunters leaving. I mean, we see the numbers there. I was just looking today on the DNR app that how many more bucks than does. Like every year we shoot more bucks than does. And we are so obsessed with bucks here. Not spectacular bucks, just any bone growth coming out the head. It gets people boned up. I don't understand it. Like, cause I get so fired up shooting a doe. Like, I don't care what comes in there. I am so excited.
I fucking shake just as much shooting a doe as I do.
Yeah.
When I know that in my head I have made up my mind that I'm shooting whatever comes in front of me tonight, like especially a doe.
Yeah.
If I can get in that proximity where the deer doesn't know where I am, I know that's psychopathic to say, that in their zone
when they don't know you're there and you know you're going to take that deer, my adrenaline goes fucking crazy every time.
Yes.
I love that.
I
don't ever want to lose that.
For sure. I was talking with my brother. He's like, yeah, I don't get like too worked up anymore. And I'm like, that is a shame.
It is a shame.
He don't listen to this, so he's your typical Michigan hunter. Go up north, go to the property, camp, doesn't do public land.
Mm-hmm.
He did go scouting with me the other day.
Nice.
Which was nice because he's starting to get his steps in. He wants to walk, 3.5 miles every day, getting a little bit of shape, which I'm good. Excellent. Come with me to public land. So, but he's like your typical Michigan hunter. And I guess if you go to the same stand, same food plot, and you just sit there. I mean, it's almost like a routine.
Mm-hmm.
When you go through a routine, you don't get excited about your routine.
That makes a ton of sense.
It does. Like, I don't get excited for work, but if you go start at a new place, like you're more in tuned with everything,
mm-hmm.
like how you work or whatever. And
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go to a new hunting spot, new public land, it's like, it's new, it's different, and your attention gets a little bit zeroed in.
Mm-hmm. And the possibility, you have more possibility because you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. The anticipation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that could be part of why he doesn't get so worked up anymore. Because I mean, even with cameras, like, okay, these does are going to come in at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come in and feed. Maybe a buck's going to be behind them. You just sit there. But when you're hunting public land or new land or anything, it's just like when you don't know, that keeps you excited.
Sure.
And when something does come, oh man, here it comes.
Anything.
Yes.
Anything.
Yeah.
So you were consuming mass quantities of content on social media about people's opinions, whether or not we should make a change in the state.
Yes.
And this was a long time ago. This was a decade ago, most likely.
Like, I was even getting not into it, but a conversation with the guy, because he's, you're taking away days of hunting. I'm like, no, you're not. Well, we're taking muzzleloader from 8 days down to 3 days. You could still hunt those other 5 days. Just pick up a different tool.
Nobody wants to have that conversation. It's all the way that I hunt is the only way to hunt, is in their brain. It's like, this is the only way. I limit myself to bow hunting for a level of difficulty. I still bring a gun when it's too cold.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can tell myself, I can't hunt today because it's too cold, or I could change the method by which I'm going to go do the thing to make it more accessible.
Yeah.
And people don't want to think about change in any facet at all.
No. I mean, there's a self-accountability is lacking. Even just being honest with yourself. We tell ourselves, like, you tell yourself lies. I tell myself lies all the time. I'm too tired to get up and go for a walk or something. No, you're not too tired. You can still get up and go for a walk in the morning.
Called me out on that today.
You really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So we need to be more honest with ourselves and have more accountability. It's completely lacking. I don't know where that came from.
Well, I would think, if I had to venture a guess, it would go back to when people, I'm trying to think here. So at some point in the last 20 years, accountability as a whole in society went out the window. Kids stopped getting in trouble because they were, I always default to the internet, but I don't know that it was the internet as much as just societies as a whole stopped being willing to punish their children, who then grew into adults, who then are now the people that we communicate with a lot. So the people, those kids
are now adults who never got in trouble. There was no accountability. They could mouth off to a teacher. They could mouth off to a police officer. I'm not saying everybody's perfect. I'm not saying that some of those people don't deserve to be mouthed off to.
So lack of consequences.
A lack of consequences resulted in a lack of accountability, and now those people don't. There's no accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we are as a society.
Yeah,
You need to call me out on my bullshit.
Uh-huh.
I need to call you out if I feel like you're doing something to hurt that's not good for you, and vice versa. My brother, me,
and not take offense to it either.
Just accept, like, hey, this person cares about me.
Yeah,
and they're doing this out of love. No homo.
Yeah, like getting you to accept Jesus as your Christ and Savior.
You can try.
I could try.
You can try.
I want to see you in heaven, Brett.
Maybe you will.
Maybe. Anyway, we're not going there.
Nope.
No, I won't let it. I won't let it. No, that's a good point. Things were a lot different when you and I were kids. Even when our parents were kids. But I think there's a lot more similarities to us as kids and our grandparents as kids than how it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Technology. What was the podcast I was listening to? They're saying something like what we see and how our subconscious perceives everything, like looking out of a window. But if you looked out your window and there's a fire, and then there's a building collapsing, and then there's a fight over here, and then there's a car wreck, and then there's a shooting, and this is the window that we're looking through.
Mm-hmm.
That our mind was not designed to see all the time.
I just reposted something about that.
Yes.
It was some dude talking about how, like, we have not evolved, that the human brain and evolution kind of like went up parallel for a really long time, and then technology skyrocketed, and the human brain has not followed.
Yeah, we haven't evolved to accept that as what it is like we're not supposed to be bombarded every minute of the day.
Just forget about social media, phone calls and emails. This idea that you are within reach at all times is completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fact that if you don't respond to somebody in a certain amount of time, that it's taken as offensive because they know that you have a phone that showed you that they called, whereas 25 years ago, if somebody called you and you didn't answer, they left you a message, and whenever you got home and heard the message, you would then know that they called and could then, if you felt like it, called them back.
Yeah, there's been plenty of times where I dialed on that rotary phone and it just rang and rang and rang.
Mm-hmm.
And nope, they're not home.
Yep.
Well, I guess I could get on my bike and drive over there and see. Maybe they're outside playing,
But it was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay if you didn't have someone readily available to at your beck and call. It was okay. It was totally normal to not know what somebody else was doing at all times, or to expect them to answer when you called.
For sure. And now it's just we are physiologically like overwhelmed with everything
all day, every day.
And I've been doing something, and I look at, like, on Facebook. I started on Facebook, like, looking at friends, like my friends list. I'm like, who are you? Unfriend. Who are you? Unfriend. We don't converse. Mm-hmm. I'm like, it's like someone like at the gas station. Like, I'm not going to be friends with you. So you're not in my phone book.
90% of the people I went to school with, I don't even.
Because
I'm like, no. We were cool in school. When was the last time we had a conversation?
Yes.
Ain't doing it, bro.
Ain't doing it.
Not worth it.
I'm going through. I'm just unfriend.
Hope you and the family are well.
Yes.
See ya.
I don't not like you.
Yeah.
But
just don't have any interest in it.
Yeah, exactly. We grew up. Yeah, that's yeah. So now I'm, backing off on like the whole trying to stay away from the phone a little bit and, do things that matter. Be involved in things like hunting regulations and I love watching people like Josh and Elliot, Jordan, Rochelle, like they're like,
I don't know who that is.
Elliot Hubbard.
I know who Elliot and Jordan are, but I don't know who Rochelle is.
Elliot's wife.
Oh, okay.
Rochelle? That's her name.
I have
Rochelle.
no idea.
Rochelle Hubbard, yeah. And they're so passionate about making change everything that when it comes to like deer hunting, deer health, and it's like that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to start doing some of that.
So a little bit of self-reflection got you
a little conviction, like
got you invested.
Yeah. Like if you're not going to do anything about it, you can't bitch about what's going on.
And have you felt compelled to lean one way or another on the issue the whole time, or were you kind of open to hearing everybody's argument, or did you already have sort of an opinion formed?
It's very fluid, because at first I was like, well, the $1 rule, that makes no sense. We need APRs. And there's data. You can make it say anything you want it to say, right?
That's exactly what Josh said. He goes, the data can be skewed to look however you want to look.
Okay. I
don't disagree that data is good. Like, I think you should come to the argument with data, and I think your data should be as neutral as you could possibly get it. Like, it should just be factual data and not like, I want my data to look a certain way. This is just the facts.
Well, how do you make a decision just off the data if you don't infer something to it?
I don't know.
I mean, have you?
The answer to that.
Okay, so your first form rash. We'll go back to that.
We talked about that.
So
we don't know that it's from first form.
We don't know, but have
Monate hair products.
You said maybe too much caffeine.
Yes.
Stop caffeine.
I'm not ready to take that leap.
I know you're not, but
you're fine.
Okay, if you're not. You got data that you consume this, or this, and you got a rash. Okay, well, eliminate something. I mean, you're eliminate it all, both dairy and caffeine. And then if you still got a rash, then something else. Then it's a shampoo. It's like you have to do something with the data. I mean, it's the same thing with the $1 rule or APRs. We haven't had state.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I see where you're going with that now. That's not what I thought you meant, but yes, I agree with you.
What do you think I meant?
I thought you meant that when you are seeking the data, that you're like planting seeds in the harvesting of it. So like when you
can. A lot of people do that too.
Right. That's what I thought but you're saying like you have to do something to get.
You have to do something, and right now we haven't been doing anything here.
Yeah.
What have we been? What substantial changes have we made in this state?
No, as far as whitetail deer hunting,
yes,
is concerned,
none.
Expecting people to self-regulate,
which we're doing.
Some
we're seeing we're seeing a very slight increase in self-regulation.
Yes,
that could be,
but not even across the board. Just in some silos of deer hunting, like not across the board in deer hunting. You're seeing self-regulation and shooting more mature deer.
Yes.
But not shooting more does necessarily.
Correct.
Okay, so the silo of shooting more mature deer has some self-regulation in it, but the self-regulation of shooting more does isn't necessarily increasing. Or if it's increasing, it's not increasing as much.
Correct. I do see a slight increase in doe harvest as well. Some people are just going to be stubborn. Mm-hmm. That's part of the data set. They're going to do whatever they want to do anyway, right. No matter what data says.
That's always been that way, and it will always be that way.
And it will always be that way. So it's like what do you do? So that's why I'm like on board with the $1 rule, because it has such a good push right now.
Right.
It's not a trophy hunting change.
Everybody says it too. Everybody constantly argues about trophy hunting.
I am
not it at all.
Yeah, I know some people they would rather have $1 rule with APRs, which I'd be on board with that too.
Yeah,
but I'm perfectly happy with a $1 rule just for a change. I just want to see a change. I want to see a drastic change. Mm-hmm. If it's statewide APRs, if it's $1 rule with APRs, if it's just $1 rule, I just want to see a massive change. So then we can have a new data set. Mm-hmm. Now, because we've had $2 for how long?
As long as I could remember.
As long as I've been hunting.
Yeah.
And then antler point restrictions like on your second tag.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's not really, because if spikes are under 3 inches, you can still shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
And tag it as a doe. Like, I
didn't like that.
It should be.
I heard that, and I didn't.
It should not be antlered or antlerless. Like, make it male and female.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That would stop a lot of, but that ain't ever going to happen either.
No.
So let's make a change. Let's shake up this nest. Let's anger some people, make some people happy. Let's do something,
mm-hmm.
and then reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
Let make a new path.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
So did you hear my question to Josh about, because I think about this probably more than anything, is what are the chances? So let's just say it doesn't work. And actually, let's say going to $1 actually works the other way and it actually causes more of a problem. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying, what if it does?
Hypothetically, I need a hypothetical. What would be the other problem that
people that the deer population explodes because we just, for some reason, we just miss the mark. Holistically, we struggle to we focus so hard on our $1 that we end up shooting nothing, and the deer population explodes. This is all hypothetical. Okay?
I'm listening.
We've given something up.
Okay.
We've given up that second buck tag that we're getting currently, and then does it worry you that we've now given something up that we will then want back? Or do you think we'll never want that back? Like, because the argument is we can evaluate it in 3 years and then maybe go back to the way it was. It's super hard to get anything back once you give it up.
Is it?
Especially when it comes to somebody that you don't have any control over. Like, you are hoping that the DNR and the NRC would give that back to you.
I think
a DNR and an NRC that will not be the same people the next time we evaluate this.
But we are seeing a lot more we the people coming together and raising our voices.
Sure.
Just like me, I'm starting to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
If my son wasn't going to DC, he was coming with me next week. So training the youth up,
mm-hmm.
urging them to get involved. Come with me to this meeting. Like, show them how everything works.
Yeah.
Getting something back. Perfect example was what we talked about, was the coyote hunting, the denning season ban.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, this is ridiculous. And we end up getting it back.
Mm-hmm.
So now there is no more denning season ban on coyotes,
mm-hmm.
which is good.
Yeah.
I had my own thoughts on there about why they did that.
Mm-hmm.
It's when fawns are being born, and we
weren't shooting enough deer.
We aren't shooting enough. So NRC was like, let the coyotes take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not provable.
So what my argument to you doesn't really concern you.
It doesn't concern me.
Okay.
Because we can get it back. I don't know if we'd want to, though. I mean,
I know. It's just devil's advocate argument there.
Yeah. Well, it could change to, if we do need it back, we don't have to go back to how it was. We can do one archery, one rifle.
Mm-hmm. There's alternatives. Okay, that's fair.
But for now, we can't not do something because what if? We have to make a change. It's as simple as that. We have to make a change.
We do. Again, you made the argument earlier, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. And that we've got it right now. And we could self-regulate.
Mm-hmm.
We're not.
Okay. But
a bird in the hand, 1 in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. So my argument is always, it's really truly always about education. Because if we could somehow figure out a way to educate everybody about what the right thing to do is,
we could fix the problem. But how do you do that?
You could shoot 22 does.
You could.
There's many birds in your hand.
Right.
So
there's
just
22 birds in your hand.
eliminating one, you have 22 birds in your hand.
But
I
that's
think you could
education.
afford to give up $1.
That's education.
Yes.
Right? It's educating people that the resource needs you to help it balance. This is still fun. You don't need to shoot antlers every time.
Yeah.
So technically, we don't need to give anything up, right? We're asking them to force us to give something up.
We are, yes, we're asking for this.
And just so we're clear, I am pro $1.
Sure.
I'm just making arguments conversely to
Just
have a conversation.
Well, it's important to have scenario arguments like this. Like, what about this? What about that? That's how you like sort through some of the mess.
I don't like the government. I don't like any government. I don't like state level government. I don't like community level government per se. I don't like the federal government. I don't like people telling me what to do.
Unless we decide this is what we want.
Correct.
Yeah.
But who am I? I'm just one side of the voice. I'm just one voice amongst people who have similar viewpoints.
Collective voice.
Yeah, but there are other people who feel differently. And so why am I right? Why am I the right argument?
Well, I mean, you just look at past. That's what we have to look at because we have to look at what the past and trend lines.
Mm-hmm.
Trend lines, you're seeing people leave. Less hunters, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact that we shoot more bucks than does.
Mm-hmm.
How many counties do we shoot more does than bucks? Was it like 5?
I have no idea.
Only 5 counties? I mean, that's pathetic. Driving over here, oh, there's a dead deer. There's a dead deer. Like
they're fucking everywhere.
I'd rather have the numbers in check. You could even like drive through farm fields and you look at the tree line, you could see how they're all like mowed down. It's like you have way too many deer in this area.
I just looked at a picture. So I've been posting the ones that got away every week on Wednesdays. And you said you really enjoy that. I just looked at a picture that I'm gonna post soon of a deer, and in the background is the browse line. And I've never noticed it till like yesterday. Like, holy shit. That browse line is so distinct.
Yeah, that's not the farmers going through there and cutting it. That's the deer that are...
There is no browse below 5 foot.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Insane.
And that's a classic example of you have too many deer there.
Yeah.
What happens with too many deer? Like if we don't take care of it, Mother Nature will. Mm-hmm. Disease, whatever.
And there's nothing worse than seeing a sick deer. Ugh. I hate just the videos of people that get the deer with the CWD or the EHD and they're suffering. Like, I know we harvest the animals, like meaning we kill them and we enjoy that, which is people say, well, how can you like killing them when you care about them? Well, I want them to thrive, and then I want to help balance the herd to sustain my family. I don't want them to see them suffer. And if you have an overpopulation where they can't eat, they're literally going to wither away and die in front of your eyes, and it's going to be horrible.
Yes.
I don't want that.
No, I don't want to see them suffer. No. I don't want to see them laying there while a coyote is eating out their ass. I don't want to see any of that. I would rather a deer get that big and then living a nice, healthy life and then be dead within 10 seconds instead of starvation,
100%.
Disease, predators. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need a change.
And I will tell you, initially, my stance on the change, I'm a proponent of earn a buck. And I'm still not earn a buck. I've just heard that it has some negative effects from some people in earn a buck states, which, again, I've never experienced. I also don't see so few does that it was ever a problem to me. So I don't have that perspective of, dude, hold on, I don't ever see does. I could never earn a buck tag. So that was my initial reaction when this whole thing came out. I was like, oh, I would be cool with earn a buck. Like, I have no problem with that. And I realized that it's kind of a short-sighted perspective. I also think that could probably work in some places.
Yeah. We never had to earn a buck here. So we don't know what that would do here.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan is a very unique state when it comes to deer hunting. So it's like we need to do something. And right now, the current push, which we have a very great chance of going through, is the 1 buck rule. That's why I'm on board. I'm only on board just to get that change going. Will it make a change here? Like a positive change? We're going to see more does be taken, or whatever the outcome is. Whatever happens. I don't know what's going to happen, but like the earn a buck, we haven't had that here. I just want to see a change, and that's why and this is the one that's going that has the most steam right now.
Right.
It has more steam than the APR years ago.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. I don't know what that's all about. The communities,
generationally, yes,
getting together and talking and conversing. This is gonna whatever. So it's not, well, Ohio has a 1 buck rule, and look at the monsters they have. It's not. No, we just want to. We want to balance some things out. We are so out of balance. We just want a little bit of balance, and right now this seems to be the way to do it. It's not we talked about the trophy hunting thing.
Sure.
No, it's not a trophy hunting program. No. It's just to get some balance. A byproduct of that might be bigger bucks walking around. We don't know. We don't know what the future is going to hold with this, but
right.
If it don't work out, let's try something else again. Now we're not afraid of change. We'll go back to earn a buck. Go do something else.
Yeah.
Another big push.
Yeah, I don't look at the changes as worrisome. I know a lot of people do, and I don't, and I also don't have the same arguments against 1 buck that they have, and I don't. I'm not judging them. So I get that. I'm curious, with a 13-year-old son who enjoys the outdoors, what kind of conversations do you guys have about this? Because you said he was going to come if he wasn't going to DC. Like, what do you guys talk about when this comes up, or do you not even talk about it?
We do talk about certain things. He shot a lot of deer. A lot.
In his life as a whole?
He shot 5 last year.
I was going to say, I feel like he's always shooting deer.
He is.
Yeah.
That little kid, he's spoiled. He shot 1 buck last year and 4 does. 1 buck and 4 does. 13-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's more than me.
Yeah, I'd love to shoot 1 buck and 4 does every year.
Yes.
But you can only get like so deep talking to kids about things.
Sure.
So you talking like generalities. Like you can show them the numbers. Like, look at this county. They've shot 2,000 bucks and only 900 does. And you try to explain things in a way, but we do have conversations about stuff, and he's going to be amazing when he gets to be an adult. He's going to be a force.
Does he have an opinion?
He does. Okay. And he's been passing on small bucks.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, last year, he does a lot of gun hunting, and he used crossbows. We did get him a compound, and last year, this past season, was his first successful with his compound.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And it was a fawn, came out, a doe fawn. So he shot that, but him and I, we were both shaken after that.
Absolutely.
Seeing a fawn get shot, I'm just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then the next week after that, he had a buck come out and he drilled that thing, and he got a buck too, but he's aware of how many does there are, because even when we're predator hunting, he sees how many deer and he knows we need, this is too much. and like the whole tree line where you see it's like browsed up to 5 feet. It's like a perfect line going across. It's like I point that out to him. I'm like, this is a sign that you have way too many deer. The whole disease thing, he knows that we have to keep numbers in check. And like he's aware of all of that.
That's good.
Yeah. But, you know, I told him, I'm like, whatever like gets your heart racing, because I don't care what you shoot.
Yeah.
Like that's a standard like you have to hold to yourself.
Sure.
Like if you want to shoot, you know how kids are. Like, well, even adults, like, oh, I'm going to shoot a 160, you know, but before season, like you have your plans and then season comes along and then plans kind of dissolve. But no, he's good. He understands a lot. He's getting it. He knows that we have to keep numbers down. And, you know, we had talked about, like even fawn dispersion, like, what am I saying? Oh, like incest. Like you gotta disperse your fawns so you don't have like interbreeding and like the mothers push them out, and you know, bucks, they like every year they find like a new area and it all disperse naturally. And he knows all about that. And yeah, he's on board with the 1 buck rule as well.
It's tricky because you want them to understand everything, but not be so burdened by the grown-up shit that they lose the passion for the sport. It's like, man, I just want them to be engaged so that they don't like get too far down the wrong path per se.
Yeah.
But also not so like overwhelmed with legislation that they're like, oh, this is fucking stupid. Get me out of this shit. I'll find something else to do that's fun.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's finding a healthy balance there.
He was really excited to come to this meeting. Like he wanted to see the going-ons of how it all works.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's great.
Yeah. I'll bring him to some. So
were you with your dad at the one that I saw you?
Yeah. Yep.
What does he think about this? Bunch of fucking young hippies with their bullshit.
No, he's good with that.
I have an accent when I do it. Every voice I do, someone's got an accent. It's always Southern.
That was a little bit better than your Vladimir Putin.
It was. Yeah.
You kind of look like Adam.
My brother?
Your brother. When you just smiled like that, dude, you kind of look like him.
We went to the Illinois Deer Classic a couple weekends ago, and some guy walked up. He goes, "You guys, twins or just friends?" And I'm like, "What? Just we're brothers, but we're not twins."
I wouldn't say twins.
And then we went to this property. We went to the property, and it's a lease. And so the landowner comes up. He goes, "You guys twins?" Like he's a kind of a silly guy. I'm like, "No, I'm like 3 years older than him." He goes, "I don't have my glasses on, but y'all look like twins."
That's interesting. That's like, I mean, there's a slight resemblance, but the way you like laughed, I was like, "Oh, that looked like him." But anyway, he's all for a 1 buck rule as well. Okay. Like I said, he's kind of, I don't know, like your typical Michigan hunter, like we talked about.
Yeah,
go up for gun, and then you're done. So,
and he still does it.
He still hunts. He didn't hunt. He doesn't. I don't think he
doesn't care that much.
No, no.
So it's not really affecting him.
It's not. Like he's fine shooting a doe.
Yeah,
he's fine shooting a buck. Whatever.
I wonder how many guys that are super loud it's really gonna affect, or they just want to be loud about something.
Like the guy that I was talking about that said, "Well, you're taking away hunting." Mm-hmm. Like, no, you still can hunt those 5 days. Just grab a different tool. I'm like, I said, I encourage you, go get a bow, a crossbow. He goes, "Oh, that's funny because I'm part of the Michigan Bow Hunters Association." I'm like, what are you complaining about the muzzleloader season then?
What?
Yeah, he responded. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know.
Dude, that's insanity.
When you're complaining about the muzzleloader, you're losing. You don't even use your muzzleloader during rifle season then. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. only use a muzzle loader.
So now you
Big
got
balls.
15, 16. If it drops down to 3 days, now you got 18 days of muzzle loader. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, what are we talking about, dude?
Dude, I think some people just want to yell and kick and scream. I think there are people that are genuinely concerned because they love the way it is. I believe that they're really upset that things are going to change.
They're afraid of change.
Yeah, maybe. But I think there are people who are really concerned because they love. I think there are people that I talk to on the internet. I'm not going to name them, but I do believe that they love the way it is.
Why not name them? I think naming them is part of maintaining brand
identity. I don't
identity.
want them to feel as though I'm attacking them because I'm not. I believe that they truly love the way things are today, and that if things should change, they will struggle to find the same joy in it. I believe that they believe that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I also believe there's a bunch of people that are like, cool, I get to get mad about something on the internet today.
Yeah.
And those are the people that I think somehow the algorithm pushes to the top.
It's so easy to do, though. Like, I could be on Facebook and I could see something that I need to give my opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're wrong.
Yes.
But I got to check myself and be like, they don't care. Nobody cares of my opinion.
I 100% write and delete responses
all the time
on Facebook. It's usually Facebook all the time.
All the time.
Because I don't want to deal with it for another 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I have an opinion that you're an idiot, but I'm not going to say it because I just don't want you to respond to me. I just want to tell you you're an idiot and hope you don't respond, but I know that's not how it's going to go.
Yeah, I know. Start like last year, like I was ramping up with like I'm going to tell them. And then now I'm like, I'm an idiot. Like, because I'm not going to change his mind.
No.
I'm not going to change anybody's mind.
Not changing anybody's mind.
What seems to work better is face-to-face conversations.
Right.
Like, let's hash this out.
Right.
And I see not just hunting, but like politics, left wing, right wing, religion, like face-to-face conversations go a lot further than social media.
Always have.
Always have. And I need to do a better job just not getting involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there's like a blatant, like something like that with like the muzzleloader season, like, no, you're not, we don't have less hunting.
Right.
Like just because you don't get to use that tool doesn't mean less hunting.
I mean, it may mean you have to do something you're unfamiliar with.
You might have to do something different, and can be scary at times, but
change your perspective. Think about it as something fun.
an opportunity.
Learn a new skill.
Yes.
I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
What's that from?
Forrest Gump.
No.
But there's also
scene?
a Garth Brooks quote where he's like, I like that. I like it.
I know that one.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
Like creepy Garth Brooks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Forrest Gump?
No.
No, you said Forrest Gump, didn't you?
I did say Forrest Gump the first time, but that was I like that a lot. That was Forrest Gump.
Okay. I don't remember that scene.
It was just the tone, really.
Okay.
It wasn't the scene.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, there you go. That was pretty good. So we're going to $1 in Michigan, and I think it's for 2027. It's not even going to be 2026. It's not going to be this year.
No.
It'll be for 27.
I've already seen some comments. The Bucks are going to get slaughtered in 2026 because everybody's going to quit in 2027. Whatever,
No,
man.
they're fucking not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. All right. So let's talk about your style
Of hunting?
of hair. Your hairstyle. You have nice
Chest hair?
You have nice hair under your hat.
I was thinking about growing it out.
You have nice hair. No homo.
No homo. You've seen it long before, have you? I think I sent you the picture.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Where I look...
You looked like you were in a ZZ Top cover band.
Yep, I had...
Super long beard, too, didn't you?
I was going to a Chris Stapleton concert.
It's a perfect example.
Yeah, and I was like, well, here's an ugly plaid shirt. Let's cut the sleeves off. It was like a brown plaid. It was stupid. And then I borrowed my buddy's truck, and it was a lifted 1986 Dodge Ram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to fit in.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. So.
No, your hunting style.
So anyway, this hair, I was thinking
You
about
do have
growing
nice
it.
hair, but I wouldn't grow it out. You have nice hair. Your style has evolved over time as far as hunting is concerned. Whether
I'm one sticking this year.
you're one sticking and you're trad bowing it.
Yeah,
Are you just a glutton for punishment?
I am.
Why?
I don't.
Are you into S&M?
I could see myself
Getting slapped
maybe
or-
enjoying
getting
that.
slapped around a bit?
I haven't, but I get hurt a lot at work, and I'm like good with pain, so I don't know. I might be into that.
Ladies, if you're listening,
Nope.
there's no ladies that
No.
listen to this podcast.
I-
None. 100%. None.
I am.
Zero.
I am not dating until I'm done with child support.
Okay.
I tried it once since the divorce, and it was okay, but I'm like, I'm a whiner and diner. I need to wine and dine someone.
Oh, so you are a romantic.
I am a romantic, a whimsical romantic.
You are a whimsical romantic. Ooh.
But anyway,
This could go viral. You could they could be literally beating the door down to get a hold of you.
no. So I'm like, you know what? I would be doing my next girlfriend a disservice by dating now.
Okay. I think that's really honest.
So I figure I am done until 2030.
He's got a fucking end date. He knows the.
I do, but then 2031, I'm already planning to go to Pennsylvania with my son, do a bear hunt, and then I'm going to go to Hawaii, visit family. I have a guy there that I think I'm going to do a pig hunt and a goat hunt with. I have it all set up.
You know what's cool about being a guy? There's a lot of.
There's a lot. I'm like I couldn't
we
narrow
could
it
be
down.
Standing up over there. I mean, ladies can do that too. It's just more messy.
Shiwi.
In 2050 or 2030, not 2050. In 2030, dudes get better as they get older. Dudes get more handsome, more rugged, more manly. Like ladies look at the end date like that. Getting older is like intimidating and they sort of panic. They're like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna have it going on in 2030, probably."
Yeah, and I think at that time, like I get to be. This is going to sound bad, but I get to be more specific on who I would date.
Will you promise to come back in 2030 and do a bachelor style podcast episode when you're ready to get back out on it?
You say the date and I'll pencil it in now.
Oh, this is going to be so exciting. Right here in Beefcakes, by the way.
With the casting couch.
Once the selection has been made, you guys can come in here. We'll put a sheet down, a rubber sheet.
Rubber sheet.
Yes, a rubber sheet.
Oh, Dexter style.
Yeah. All right. So you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
2030, Jarett's going to come back and we're going to do a bachelor style ladies roundtable.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be so bad. So traditional hunting, I owe that to my friend Tim, which I admire him with his social media presence.
Doesn't exist?
He's got Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I think he's got Instagram. He doesn't like anything. He doesn't share it. He doesn't comment. He doesn't like other people's comments. He is so far removed. It's just there. He could watch when he wants, put the phone down. It's like he's got nothing, and it's amazing. But
How old is Tim?
He's 38.
Okay. So he's not young.
No.
He's not old. He's right in the sweet spot.
Yep, and he's only
I
getting
just
better
am
because he's a
always
guy.
curious. Dude, I'm just curious, like, what generation has that willpower? I have a friend. We're 45. He doesn't have social media.
Yeah, I like it.
It's amazing.
I like it, and I like what I have curated so far. It keeps me entertained, and it keeps me thinking. Yeah, I don't know. I could never give it up.
So trad bow Tim.
Do you know what's funny?
What's up?
Is everybody that goes, hey, I'm getting off. You got my number. I'm getting off social media. I'm like, see you in a month.
They're all back.
See you in a few months.
We're all back.
We're all back. Even Jake.
The last bastion of hope was Jake, and he's back.
He's back. As soon as he said, I've had enough. I'm done with this stuff. I said to my head, I'm like, I'll see you soon.
He was gone for a long time.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
You can only hold out unless you're like never that involved with social media, like commenting and posting and everything. It's just like Tim. I could see Tim saying, you know what, I'm getting rid of it. That's my buddy. And I could see him going and just never coming back and just like, screw this, whatever. But yeah, so he started a few years before me trad hunting. He was like, this is awesome. Like the hunts are so much more meaningful now. And I was like, well, I didn't get that because like just hunting alone, it's like I love hunting. I love being out there. I love scouting, all of it. I don't care what weapon it is. But he was like, he talked me into it. I was like, okay. So I looked online. He was like this black hunter. It's a Chinese bow. It's cheap.
It's not what I thought you were talking about.
So this black hunter, he you derail me.
No, that's what I do.
That's
brand identity, baby.
That's brand identity.
Brand identity.
So it was $120. I was like, well, that's cheap.
Dude, that's sweet for entry level.
Yeah. And it was a longbow. And I was like, he was like, traditional archery, it's a little bit different than your compounds. I'm like, I draw back 72 on my expedition archery. So I love that bow. It's like draw back 72 pounds. I'm like, well, if I get a longbow, I'm like, what do I get? Like 65, 70? He was like, no. He goes, you might want to look down at like something like 40 pounds or whatever. I'm like, are you crazy? Like 40? 40? Like, I don't tuck it. I don't sit down to pee. So we compromised and I got a 45-pound bow. Holy hell. That uses a different set of muscles. No let off is a big deal. Like I wouldn't think it would be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And but when I started, it was just my grouping was everywhere at 10 yards. I'm like, this is never going to happen. But then after a month of sticking with it, I was like, this is going to be amazing because I started learning about tuning arrows, and then you get to tinker like compounds. I didn't have like the tinker ability with that. So like trying to like tune the arrow to the bow and brace height. Like when you're working on a compound, it's almost like you need like specialized tools and like a bow vise and everything. No, I just take the string off, or I make the arrow shorter, add weight to the front. Like there's different things you can do. You could even change the tiller on a longbow by sanding the limbs down and whatever.
I would never. I don't have the balls to do that for sure. I'd be like, nah, I'll take this somewhere.
Well, that's why you buy a cheap bow so you can mess with it.
I guess.
But when I started shooting and things started to come together, I'm like, okay. I started to get a little bit of excitement going on there. And once hunting season came around and I finally connected on that doe, I'm like sold.
No shit.
This was
one deer, huh?
One deer. I'm like, I don't see myself ever going back. It's that fun.
No shit.
It's that exciting. Even if you had, like, 'cause I had some pretty big deer just out of range and like, oh boy, it's like there's no, I've missed a few with my compound and I was just heartbroken off of it. Now with the trad, I can't explain it. It's hard to explain. Like,
well, you've accepted the handicap that you've given yourself.
That's basically what it is.
The parameters that you now hunt in.
Yeah.
Not handicap. Not a handicap. You still have a mostly modern weapon.
Well, I am handicapped with.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You're Polish. We've discussed this already.
Exactly. I'm right-handed, but shoot a left-hand bow. No. It's I don't. I'm not as heartbroken anymore. It's more of like adding to the whole experience part of it. Not going out to shoot something. Now it's an experience, the whole thing. Because even how you set up in a tree is different. The bow is so much longer compared to a compound. It's, but do this last one. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 bows. I need to get one this year just because it's almost like an addiction now.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
I have a 65-pound recurve.
Jesus.
And that thing is hard to pull back. I will use it. I might use it this year.
Okay.
Because I got that longbow. And then last summer, my buddy who lives, another buddy, he was like, oh yeah, I got he showed me his trophy room. And I saw this recurve laying on the ground. I'm like, what are you doing with that? I didn't know you had a recurve. He was like, oh yeah, I got that when I was a kid. I was never able to get anything with it. I've been trying to sell it. I'm like, I'll buy it off you because he's a lefty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, here's 50 or take it for $50. I'm like, okay. And so I shot a doe with it this year.
Nice.
He was never able to connect. Because it's a little bit different when you're traditional hunting, depending on how, because there's no back wall,
Right.
like on a compound.
It's all muscle memory, right?
Yeah. So depending on how far you draw back, and people tend to underdraw in a hunting scenario, which would make your arrow too stiff and not be as accurate. I mean, you need to practice very often with it. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'll buy it off of you. So I built some arrows, shooting that thing. I'm like, oh, this is going to happen. And then, I had a doe come out at how far was that? 5 yards? And
that's doable.
35 pounds. It was a 35-pound recurve. 35 pounds. And before I even started, I'm like, well, I got to be at like 60 at least. But this thing blew right through her.
No shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, this is awesome. And my son, he has one. He has a long bow, but he's not quite there yet. So
Does he practice with it, or does he not?
he doesn't.
Not there yet.
No,
Just
he's
not as a whole, not there.
as a whole not there yet, and I'm not even pushing him that way. But
I have a feeling I will get there.
I want him to rack up some bodies with his compound first.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shoot everything that you want to
Experience.
shoot. Yes.
Adventure,
Where to shoot.
and then make it difficult on yourself.
Yes. And that's what I did. Yeah. My success rate went way down. But I love it,
But
though.
your adventure has gone up.
Adventure has gone up. Success down. But
And you're a public land hunter
yep.
exclusively, unless an opportunity comes up.
We do have property in Brown City, private farm, which was pretty cool how we got that, because my parents, once my dad retired, he was a mailman. We grew up in Detroit, so Outer Drive and Van Dyke, and once they both retired, they moved up to Melvin,
Okay.
north of Yale.
I mean, I know the name Melvin. I don't think I've ever been over there.
Which is north of Yale. And so when they moved in, of course, my dad being a mailman, he has to talk with everybody. So he started talking with his mailman. Well, he's got a farm, and they developed a friendship, and he was like, yeah, these, damn deer, they're eating all my corn. Well, he grows the corn and the hay to feed his cows that he butchers and sells for meat for income.
Oh, okay.
So any animal that messes with his crops, he can't stand. Well, my dad was like, well, I got 2 sons that hunt. He was like, well, send them over.
Oh, shit.
So we've been exclusively hunting this farm and taking the kids there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those opportunities do not come around very often.
They don't.
Yeah.
So he's in his 70s, and he's still out there working like he's in his 40s.
He doesn't hunt at all? That's what always interests me, is most guys are like, nope, they don't hunt.
He doesn't, because, he raises the beef.
Yeah.
And maybe he might. I mean, I might have heard a story where he goes out there and shoots one and brings it in and butchers it without getting
I guess if you're raising your own cattle, like what the fuck's the point?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'll be damned.
So he does not buy hunting licenses, no.
Well, here's another one. What percentage of today's deer are harvested by people who do not pull permits or tags? In your opinion, what would you guess? 5%, 2%?
Man.
15%? Like, is it higher or lower than most people would think?
I don't know, because I've seen... So last Sunday, I went to public land, and there were 4 fawns
Saw that.
laying there.
But they weren't, like, butchered.
They weren't butchered.
Yeah.
One had a hole in its neck. It was about, inch around, so I don't know what that was about. Was it a small hole, like a 22, and it just like rotted out? Bigger animals, something, but it was just a hole right in the neck.
Yeah.
So it wasn't for hunting season.
No, it wasn't hunting.
So
it's not like they were hunting it to get the meat.
It didn't look like broken legs, like somebody ran into a family of 4 fawns. Mm-hmm. So was it a farmer just shooting them and dumping them there? Because I know farmers that just shoot them in the gut so they run off and die.
Yeah. That's true. So
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Dude, it would be a total guess. I would hope it's like less than 1%.
Yeah. I would hope so too. I do think it exists. I think it exists probably, I would guess sub 3%. I think it's a low number.
Yeah.
I think it's just old timers. We're like, I don't fuck. I'm not asking anybody for anything. It's my property. I've lived here for 70 years. Like I'm shooting a deer and that's it.
I guess I don't know what's the law about shooting a game animal and taking it out of the field.
I don't know.
Like, can you shoot and tag it? Like if you're a trophy hunter going just for antlers, can you shoot a deer, a buck, tag its head and cut the head off and just leave the body? Or is that like waste?
Without a tag, you say?
Oh, with a tag. Just take the antlers, the head.
Who's doing the taxidermy? Is that if that's what? I assume there's taxidermy involved.
No, I don't know. I'm just
so if you go to a taxidermist, you gotta have to show them your tag.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like with the tag. Are there people that just shoot and just
I don't think
take the antlers and and leave the body?
Sure. So the Illinois property where I shot my big deer a couple of years ago, I ended up meeting the other young guy that had the same access I had. I always knew there was somebody.
Yeah.
And I finally met him one time.
Cool dude.
And nice young kid. I've been trying desperately to have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
He's just kind of avoidant. Anyway, he told me I found a pretty big body out here with no head on it. Mm-hmm. It was right in the area where I shot my deer. I have cameras all over the place. I pulled the cameras when I was all done that year, and I was going through the card, and I found on the pictures 2 dudes shooting a buck in front of one of my cameras.
Yeah.
Right by where the body was dumped and the head was missing. And they were older dudes, which I never saw on my cell. Like it never sent those. And if it sent those pictures to my phone, I just never noticed it. Mm-hmm. But when I pulled it on my laptop, I like, there's a dude shooting his bow, and there's another dude behind the tree. Like, yeah, so random that I caught this on video, or that I have this on a picture. And I sent it to the kid. He's like, that's right where that body was. So I think this is Illinois. Like I think there are dudes who are just cutting the head off and leaving the body in the woods because they don't want the meat. They're just hunting for antlers.
Just antlers. I think I remember seeing something like because you like wanton waste or something.
I think it's heavily frowned upon.
Yeah.
But what's the difference of like, let's say you took the deer to your house and you cut all the meat off the bone and you threw it away. What's the difference?
You don't get the meat.
One is the extra process you went through to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I heard that a lot in like the waterfowl community where you shoot a duck and it's like, oh, wrong breed.
So they just left it
in the water.
Oh, yeah.
I've never waterfowl hunted, but I see ducks flying by. I'm like, I've looked at the waterfowl regulations. I'm like, you're allowed one gadwall or one this and one. I'm like, what are all these birds? Like, I'm a deer hunter.
See them as they're flying in
As fast as they fly, and you can shoot you're allowed a couple males and like no females, and if you accidentally clip one because it's next to another, I don't know.
So when I was a kid, my dad took myself. So I went with my dad and some buddies and his daughter, and then we went to Walpole Island in Canada to duck hunt. Mm. And I remember, it was just like shoot. For us, it was just like just shoot. When the ducks come in, you just shoot them. Okay, whatever. But then I learned when we were done, you
had the go ahead to shoot.
Yes,
anything that's flying.
The excess female ducks had a cost to them that the dads had to pay.
Oh no! And they didn't tell you ahead of time?
No, they just wanted us to shoot. They just wanted us to have fun. They didn't want us to be burdened with the liability of male versus female.
Okay.
So, come to find out though that the dads had to pay the fine for shooting the female mallards. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things where I'd have to absolutely go with a seasoned waterfowl hunter.
I only got one eye. I can't see that well with it.
I'm blind in one eye. I can't see out of the other.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't get that one. I wouldn't be able to hit anything anyway.
With geese, though, it's just like, oh, you get two. That's it.
I think that's kind of why I went to traditional, because I'm such a bad shot that I have to have them under 15 yards. That's why I hunt with Adam all the time, because he's a much better shot than I am.
It's more fun. You're for sure thing. You know, you're dragging a deer out when he shoots one.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Man, I got to take that's right. I got to go sighting my other gun, because he took a shot on a coyote that was at 350 yards, and because it recorded the footage, and where he shot, I go, that should have been a dead coyote. So I don't know. I don't know if something got knocked loose or whatever. I mean, the scope mount, everything's tight. Yeah. I just don't know. It's a digital scope, so
interesting. And you do it at night, right?
Yeah. We'll see.
Crazy. Well, what's on the agenda for the year?
I am venturing out a little bit further, different public lands.
Okay.
That I'm not going to talk about.
You don't have to.
I know.
That's cool though.
But there's some areas that some guy at work, he told me about some public land. He was like, "You need to go over there and try it." I was like, "All right." So I went out, and it looks very promising. And I got a buddy that hunts it, and it is very promising.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
well, good.
I'm going to do that. It's a far drive.
Have you just kind of hunted the same one just out of comfortability forever? Or the same few?
More convenience. Just because it's closer, and I've got a lot of history there. So
yeah, that's helpful.
It is. And it's always changing with like new hunters and how things get pushed around, and it's like a new puzzle every single year.
Yeah.
And I do need some help hunting some marshes. I need to reach out to some people. I need to learn about certain marsh tactics. Mm-hmm. So
DJ Riley.
He's a good one?
Oh God, yes.
Okay. I was even thinking Brian out in Wisconsin, Dombrowski.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yep.
Yeah, I need to pick his brain too.
Mm-hmm. Just the things that those guys see and look for
are
so unique to swamps and marshes that it's like, unless you do that regularly, it just doesn't make sense. Or you would never think about it.
I've hunted like on the outskirts of them, but never like fully. Yeah. I mean, I've walked through them, but it's like I got a lot of questions because I mean, it looks like it's all the same.
Yeah.
Like just tall grass with a maze of tracks going through them. I mean, what do you do with that?
Yeah.
What do you do with that?
So the way I always understand it is you're looking for edge. There's going to be edges. There's going to be an edge of some sort somewhere. There's going to be high spots that you don't necessarily see on a map. You see when you get out there. Or
Yeah.
maybe you see it in some sort of a LiDAR scenario. So those little islands obviously are dry. The edges would be travel corridors or sought out to be travel. Even if they don't look like a traditional hard edge, maybe a soft edge in some form or fashion. Again, I don't hunt them either. When I listen to David Riley talk about swamps, I've reached out to him and be like, dude, the questions that you ask these guys are fucking mind blowing. It's so next level, and I'm not trying to be all on DJ's dick. But I'm saying, like, the thought process of someone who is such a passionate hunter, the questions that come out of their mouth are so in detail. You can't help but be amazed by it.
Yeah, he does a good job. Yeah. Like, I don't listen to hunting podcasts. Yeah. I just can't. But he does a good job, like, asking those questions where I'm like, you're reading between the lines. He does a great job of that. Yes. And I'm just like, okay.
He asked Tony Van Asten the other day about how much sun exposure a rock face was getting due to how that would then later play with thermals. So, like, is the rock getting really hot, or is the rock staying cool all day and acting as a thermal pull because the rock is remaining cool all day instead of getting hot? Like, what?
Sure. Yeah.
Like, that's so in detail that people aren't thinking about.
I think, yeah. I don't know. I need to do a better job of forcing myself to listen to some of these.
Well, just seek out strategic ones. So, like,
just because I hunt the same thing, like,
right. Sure.
There's not rocks by me.
Right.
But
there's going to be edges and there's going to be wet spots.
Okay. So last year there was a beautiful 10-point that I had in front of me a couple of times, and I was hunting right next to the marsh, and I was hunting the ground, and I was throwing out milkweed. I'm like, okay, my scent's good. Like, I'd have to shoot him just as he gets out of the marsh. Mm-hmm. If he's like 5 yards into the woods, he's smelling me. So it's like, it had to be like right there, and I was like, and then the sun was setting, and I heard him coming through them reeds, and I was like, oh, okay, here it goes. And I was getting ready, and then he stopped, and then he turned around, started walking away, and then he took off running, and then he started blowing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And there's another guy that was out there hunting that same buck. He heard him blowing. He was on the other side. I was like, what the hell happened? I was like, this wind was perfect. And then, so after that happened, I threw out some more milkweed, and I was watching it, and it was going, and then it would lift up and then change directions and then land right into that marsh again. I'm like, how did that happen? How does that... Look, I feel retarded.
The direction of the way the water was flowing?
There was no flowing water in there. It's just...
Nothing? It's just stagnant water?
Yes. It was mostly dried up.
Interesting.
Why? I still can't figure out why that wind was going east. It was coming from the west. Mm-hmm. It went up and then went south.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's amazing shit right there. And so he knew the buck it was in his favor the whole way.
It was. Because I was on the ground. It's like, if I was up in a tree, would I have been higher and it would have dumped over his back? Man. These are those.
That's wild.
And I get really frustrated with myself because I could find some good deer, really good deer.
Yeah.
But between work and then, the whole divorce thing and having my son on the weekends, I'm focused on getting him as successful as he can get. Mm-hmm. So my time hunting is very limited.
Sure.
And this is like the frustrating part for me is like, oh, if I just had 3 more days here, I think I could get it done. But it's those puzzle pieces like, oh, I have a free evening. I get to rush out there and do an evening hunt. Mm-hmm. And then I could get that close. I'm in within, he was 8 yards from me. Holy shit. 8 yards. And then I totally goof it up because of the wind.
What? You didn't
but then I can't go. Up. I did goof it up.
No, you just haven't figured it out yet. You didn't goof it up. You know, people never have that opportunity. They never get that close. That's a win.
Yeah. I had him out at 20 yards with a gun. He was chasing a doe, and I couldn't get him.
You wouldn't stop, not even for a second.
I took my brother out there. He was like, I want a little change of scenery. I'm like, okay. So we go out for gun season. I'm like, all right, you sit on this hill. You should have at least some does coming through there. Blast a doe. He was like, all right. I get up into this tree. We wanted to stay till, I think it was like 12. And 11 o'clock comes around and goes, I haven't seen anything. And I'm getting hungry and all this stuff. I'm like, all right, I'll get down at 11:30. So we get down. I pack all my stuff up. Got my backpack on, and before getting down, I had zoomed in on the scope, 10 power, just so I could kind of scan a little area. And so I get back down, and I start walking, and I'm like, what's that sound? And I look, I'm like, here's a doe getting chased by a 6-point, getting chased by this 10-point, 20 yards in front of me. And I'm watching them, and I was like, I have a gun. So I drop the backpack, grab the gun. I'm zoomed into 10 power. I can't see anything. Off he goes.
Yes.
Off he goes.
Oh, fuck. That stings.
So that was twice. I had that buck there. No shot.
That's one of those things where it's like I bought an adjustable pin on my bow, you know? And I was like, the number one thing I have to do is always go back to my starting point. No matter what. Like if I'm shooting in the yard, the last thing I do before I hang that bow up on that thing is draw that dial back to the top. So it's all the way back to 20 and 30 again.
And that's never messed you up?
It's never got me yet, but that's here. Like every buck that I've shot at in the woods has been under 30 yards.
Okay.
Except if I shoot one that's longer, once the shot happens, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's done.
Like that one in Kansas was further, and the one that I shot in Michigan in the winter I hit him, so I just had to run him down and put a second shot at him.
I've wanted to go to a slider when I still had a compound, but then I was like, there's a lot going on in the moment of truth that I don't want to be fiddling with my sight. Like, is he going to come in down this path that's 20 yards, or is he going to go around this way because he smells something funny and now he's at 30 yards and like trying to do that extra movement and thinking like...
So that's why I got a 2-pin.
Okay.
So at starting point, I have a 20 and a 30-yard pin. So then when I adjust it, only the bottom one changes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So most of my deer are within
So you're
30.
You're set for like
most of my scenarios.
Yeah. Okay. So like over 90% of your hunts, you don't have to adjust anything. You're
Correct.
set. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I want. Like that single pin, that would stress me out. So the 2 pins, it's a stack.
Okay.
So it's just a single stack. There's a green and a red on there. They're just they're right in front of each other.
Sure.
So, but having one, that would stress me out.
Okay. So it's like, so you do have a slider, but you do have 2 pins. That's good. Yeah. That would be.
And I think you can get even 3-pin adjustable sliders.
Yeah, that'd be more manageable. But when I was looking at them, it was a single pin. Yes. I am not very bright, and I don't have...
Polish. We've talked about that.
Yes. I am Polish. I don't have the mental capacity to handle a lot of things in a situation.
In the moment of truth, dude, the last thing I want to do, I promise you, the last thing I want to do is have to adjust my sight one more time. So, like, let's say he's at 35 and I'm going to take that shot. I adjust it to 35. If he starts walking, I do not want to have to remember to put that thing back And I'm afraid that I won't one of these times. There's a great chance that this will bite me in the ass.
Yeah. All right. So my son, I'll go back to him again. When he shot his buck, he may or may not have been hunting by himself on private property. Let's say I was with him. Okay.
We will say that you were with him.
For legality reasons, I was sitting right next to him. And I didn't say a word to him, but this buck came in. He watched it with some other does, and then the buck circled around. And as he was coming down the trail, my son was able to pull out his rangefinder, range find him, draw back, and shoot his heart.
That is impressive. Good for that kid.
He can stay composed under pressure. Afterwards, he lost it.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
In the moment of truth, as a 13-year-old,
he's a killer.
To do that, I mean, because he has his chest pack, so he was holding his bow. He was able to flip up the chest pack, go down, draw back, and follow through on the shot.
Man, that's amazing.
It was only, I think it was a 15-yard shot, but drilled him.
That's so good.
He didn't learn that from me.
Well, having that at a young age is great. Hope he can maintain that for the rest of his life. That's incredible.
I hope so too. But I hope it doesn't mess him up to where now he's burdened by... I hope he doesn't lose the fun of it all.
I think that's what we all hope. Myself included. I don't want to lose this fun. I don't want to lose the fun for any reason. I don't ever want to find like I have to shoot deer to be able to put out an audio podcast. I don't want to feel like if I don't shoot a big buck, I can't put out a video. I don't want to feel like I can't be a host because I don't have any sort of credentials.
For sure, but the peer pressure is definitely there.
It is definitely
and
there.
It's heavy, and it's thick, and it's hairy.
Well, it's the same thing about the 2-year-olds. The question is, if I've hunted and that's what comes in, I might be so fucking jacked to see that 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to say that I shouldn't shoot that deer? Because he's 2.
I know.
I hunted all season, and those 2 deer came in. This is my 2 deer on accident story.
Okay.
The one deer I never saw. I never saw the second deer. The first deer I saw head up, and I shot him with my gun, and he dropped. The problem is I shot, blinked. When I opened my eyes and looked at my scope, the second deer that I never saw had his head up. They looked damn near the same.
And you missed. Shoot again, right?
I missed, shot again, saw that one run and tip over. And went over there, I'm like, holy shit. It's 2 fucking deer right here. That's my accidentally 2 deer in one season. So what I'm saying is I hunted all season and never had a shot at a buck. I looked at that deer in my scope and I was so fucking excited to shoot a deer.
Yeah.
I didn't care. It was just a good buck. I got whatever. I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I never lose that. As much as I want to put regulations on myself to like grow as a human and a hunter.
Yeah.
I don't want to not get excited to see those.
For sure. I get it. And there's a lot of people that they won't even think twice about something like that.
And they shouldn't.
And they shouldn't.
Nope.
Especially if they're on an area where it's... I can come up with excuses. Mm-hmm. I hunt a heavily pressured public land. If I'm not going to shoot that, someone else will. Mm-hmm. You know? But I've let those walk.
They're all applicable. All the excuses.
But I might shoot one this year that size.
I might too.
Yeah, I don't. It's a in the moment decision. Mm-hmm. But I don't ever see myself losing the excitement of any of the hunting. I just don't. My concern for him is I don't want him to be, because he has exponentially way more opportunities than I've ever had as a kid, especially with nothing against my dad, but the the internet wasn't around. He wasn't into hunting like I was. So he's not learning everything he can. And hey, do you want to go here and check out this area? And like even Adam being 5-6 years old was going out with me on public land, and he went through some nasty stuff, the stinging nettle, and and he puts up with all of it. But he sees the cameras getting put out, and then, hey, we want to go check the cameras? Yeah, sure. And we go and we sit there at the computer, and oh, look at that one. And he gets the excitement. I don't want him to be so advanced so fast to where the peer pressure gets him that now,
a little jaded.
Now he has to hold a standard. Like, I want that to excite him.
Good.
When he's my age. It excites me, but whatever. Yeah.
Well, what do you want? We're going to wrap this up. What would you like to say to anybody? So this is going to come out after the NRC meeting. So thinking into the future.
Yeah, I'm so happy that the NRC passed the $1 rule. This is amazing. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I am excited I'm excited for whatever just happened yesterday.
Yeah,
and I'm talking as though it's the day after the NRC meeting.
I can't believe it happened the way it did.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see how everybody comes together. I am looking forward to see how we can collectively maintain whatever change we are able to get enforced. Because that's something that Josh and I talked about. Like getting it in place is one thing, but maintaining whatever we're successful in getting past is a totally different story. So I'm really excited to see how we come together as a community to maintain what's best.
What's the saying about you catch more flies with honey or more bees with honey than vinegar or something like that? What's the...
a bee doesn't waste its time telling a fly that honey is better than shit or something like that.
Something like that. Yes, that one too.
You catch more flies with honey.
Yes. How we...
Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I'll take your word for that. Word for that. Word on that.
Word.
There's some people on the $1 rule side that they need, how can I say this respectfully? We'll go back to the religion thing. So if you're sinning, you need Jesus, get your life right. Like, if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, F off. I don't want to hear it.
Instantly.
So you have to, whatever we are trying to do, we have to do it tastefully, tactfully, with the opposition. We have to find common ground. And there's people on both sides, the anti-$1 rule, pro-$1 rule folk, that are making their argument, doing a disservice to their argument. So what we need to do better, everybody, myself included, is how we respond to people. We have to do it with respect. Name calling, anything out there, high ego type, you don't know what you're talking about type thing. Like, we all come from different environments.
100%.
And we have our own train of thought on how we think with the data sets and everything. Like you can have a data set and you can see something different than I.
From the same data set.
From the same data set.
Absolutely.
But you can't say that your way is the right way.
Correct.
We don't know if $1 rule is the right way.
That's right.
We can't act like it's the right way. All we can do...
Just like they shouldn't act like it's the wrong way. Similarly.
Yes. But yeah, we just need to do a better job with the social media conversation. we have to respect each other. Yeah. And I know there's some people on the $1 rule side that we rub each other the wrong way.
At least someone's getting rubbed.
Yeah, tell me about it. But he rubs me the wrong way, and I know I rub him the wrong way, but it's like, and we're on the same side. So it's like, we got to do a better job at that.
Yeah.
If we rub each other the wrong way on the same side, how much are we making the opposition pushing them further away instead of bringing them closer to try to see what we see?
Right.
I mean, that's with everything, politics, whatever.
That's the truth, man.
Everybody needs to do a better job of how we converse and how we relay information.
That is right there? Well, that's some accountability, baby.
Accountability, yes. Yep. And I'm so guilty of it because
we all are.
If you know someone's being a dick to you and you know how to get under their skin, it's really hard to have self-control and not get under their skin.
Oh my God, it's so bad. Yes.
And I need to do a better job at that.
We all do.
So,
I think those are some wise words, man.
Cool.
I appreciate you coming over today and sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for being entertaining, willing to entertain my brand identity and nonsense, my whimsical nonsense.
You are so whimsical, too.
I know.
Do you know how bad I have to pee?
Why didn't you say something?
Because I can hold it. I don't have a baby bladder.
Well, then not that bad. It can't be that bad.
All right, let's go another hour. I will show you how much I can hold it.
I'm going to hold it so hard. Jarett, thank you, my man.
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to seeing you next week in Lansing. I look forward to seeing anybody else that's going to be in Lansing next week.
Yeah.
Thank
you all for coming out.
Thank you all
last
for
week. Thank you all for coming to Lansing. It was nice meeting all of you.
It was nice to meet you all. Yes.
Whoever you are.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
See everybody later.